Okay, so welcome back to Numenera. We're going to do a quick catch-up because, of course, it's been 2 weeks since we played. And, of course, my memory's a bit shit as well as the next man's. So if you want to do me a favour, my friends, Sildro, do you want to remind me what happened? Because I seriously can't remember.
Well, we had to traverse the deserts to get to that wandering city, wasn't it?
Nearly-ish.
Nearly-ish, yeah.
Yes.
And to do that, we needed to get one of us, our sand glider. Is that what they're called?
Yes, and you met a strange captain. Does anyone remember her name?
Did. We had a run-in with some weird. They were like half machine, tentacle wielding.
What were they called? A Mastigoth.
Cyborgs? Yeah, that's right.
I think they were called
And
Mastigoth.
they were guarding something by the looks, but we managed to dispatch them and then head back to the town. We found ourselves a glider with a very trustworthy but slightly odd captain.
Yes, indeed.
We set off, paid her quite a few shins, if I recall. But wasn't she like eating a boot or something?
Yeah, she was eating leather.
Yeah, that couldn't have been good for her. She was a bit bonkers, but nonetheless, we were going in the right direction. So
yeah, and you woke up and she'd stolen all of your shins, which you think that might be down to Samantha? She seemed a little bit strange when you spoke to her about it, as if she might have convinced this bonkers lady to take all of your shins.
Yeah, gradually getting more and more pissed off with Samantha. She's supposed to be trustworthy, and we're doing this mission for her, and yet she keeps screwing us over. So yeah, got all our shins and stuff stolen in the night, and we had to walk the rest of the way. We had to. Well, we got through most of our rations doing so, but we have finally arrived in Niliesh.
And once we arrived, Nebo, what did you find out?
We found out about the 3 tiers of the city, and that was it. Marder on the 3rd tier.
Yeah, Marder
had recently died.
She had recently died. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so everyone was in mourning, and they were shutting up city early to go home and mourn for their recent deceased oligarch. I guess I can't think of the right word. So I guess like president, because there are 3 of them. Yeah. Her name was Marder, and she'd recently passed, and everyone knew that she was quite ill anyway, and she'd been making less and less public appearance in Niliesh. And after that, I think you guys found Dr. Freinel, a professor of Numenera.
Sildro's in a rush to get the mission or job done.
And you went to the High House of Wonders, a museum. As you can see the picture there, the High House of Wonders.
Attacked by a picture.
Ooh.
Yep. And once you were there, Dr. Freinor said that the orb, the AI, that is Samantha, is different to the one that he had called, I can't remember what he called it, Benjamin? Does anyone remember the name?
No, I don't remember the name.
It doesn't matter.
Male, though.
Yeah, it was like a male AI that he said didn't have as much as a humour or much self-preservation as Samantha does. She shows remarkable insight. And after a little bit of discussion, Samantha explained that she wanted a body from Freinor, and he says he can help, but probably in the morning. He can provide you with a golem or some sort of android body for her. But just before he tried to usher you out of the High House, lead you out into the streets so that he could go home to his wife and mourn the passing of Mardar, Sildro fell to his knees in pain and agony and began to scream and howl and roar as his bones began to snap. You see fur begin to sprout all over his arms, and he leaped at furs. But one moment, my friends, because guess what? I have a sound effect for you to listen to. A sound effect that will explain all of what you just heard. So are you ready for this?
I'm back.
She killed Chris.
Yeah, you did. I'm back. Hit it.
Oh, it's a bit quiet because I put my sound settings way down.
Yeah. Flesh tearing, bones crunching. Tend to gorilla.
Sounds like I'll get a boner.
And I leap at Thurs and try to claw out his throat.
Okay.
This is why I don't have bones.
Before we begin,
Yeah.
I'm going to open up the initiative order, and I need you all to roll initiative. Just give me the numbers.
We're getting already trained, so it becomes what?
I don't know why I just rolled like
Standard?
Basically,
Roll
because
a
you're all
D20.
involved in combat, we're just going to make a straight D20 roll.
But I'm trained in initiative.
Yes. Add 3.
Okay.
So tell
Oh,
me
natural
your-
20. Oh, yes. 23.
23. Furs, what did you get?
90.
Let's
Nebo.
flip and go.
10.
Okay. Okay, guys, so we begin this combat as Sildro leaps at Furs. And PvP is a bit difficult in this, but basically, what's your tier, Furs?
2.
2, so it's difficulty 6.
Okay.
He does, no, sorry. I don't know, he definitely should get a defense roll, but I'm not sure how PvP works in Numenera. So we're going to count Sildro as the monster.
Oh, alright, sure.
Fair enough?
Okay.
Because he
Yeah,
is the
I'm okay with
werewolf. And... Okay, so I'm going to quickly take a look at your stats and then make an assessment.
Make sure you're looking at the wolf form.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, holy shit. So,
I wouldn't be using my shield right now.
okay,
I'm just
so
unarmed.
yeah, Sildro is a level 5, so 15. You need to make a defense roll.
And I'm skilled in speed defense.
Well, no, it's technically him making a speed defense, isn't it? So,
I know it is.
yes.
First,
But,
did you
Just
get a
saying.
message?
I'm just saying to hit me though, it'll be a lot trickier.
yep.
Yeah, so I get to apply my shield again, don't I? Still to this shit. So that reduces to 4 and
What did you
and
get?
yes, Lewis.
0.
I did not succeed.
Okay, so Sildro, how much damage does your claws do?
4.
Okay, so you leap at Furs, immediately begin to claw away at his face, and Nebo, from where you stand, you can see this half wolf, half Sildro ripping through Furs, attempting to get to his neck. You see his jaws extending outwards, and he's still in the transformation of processing into what looks like a half man, half wolf hybrid. Ugh, he's growling, going for it. So you take 4 damage to your might, Furs.
Minus my armor.
Yeah, minus your.
1.
Is-
My turn.
let me take a look at his wolf form.
The man I was. I killed him first.
I'll be quiet, child.
Nice. Okay, so you are actually afraid of Sildra currently, so everything you do is increased by 1 difficulty. So technically, the speed defense would be 6 from now
Is
on.
that before from now on?
Yeah, from now on. Okay, so what would you like to do first?
How tall is the room that we're in?
It's roughly about 60 foot. You can see that mosaic ceiling. You see Numenera embedded in the ceiling, which helps light the actual room. Next to you, Dr. Freynor's gone, "Ah!" And he's like well, it looks like he's going to attempt to flee.
Run while you
Not
can.
going to be on an initiative for very long.
Can I jump towards something that's like protruding out the wall, latch onto it with my tentacles and pull myself towards it, so I've got elevation basically, and trying to get out of range by going up.
Yes, okay. Make a speed. If you got athletics, I'd say.
I have jumping.
Oh yeah, okay. So difficulty 2.
Yay. succeeded.
Did you now?
Pardon me.
Yes, you did. Okay, so you leap up away from Sildro, and his eyes that were originally his kind of like dull brownish colour turn beady black, and he just follows you with a look of hunger in his face. And you leap.
You don't want to eat me, sir.
You take your action leaping up away from him. Let me familiarise myself with the way combat works again in the info section. Okay, so there's like a action. And you can move up to 10 feet on your turn. So you move 10 feet upward away from him.
Yep.
And using your jumping, I'd say you go an extra 10.
Cool.
Okie dokie. So, Nebo.
Can I attack and do an action as well?
Normally
After
attacking...
my attack.
It depends what the action is.
So if I explain the action, what I was going to do is take a... what's it called? A cipher from my pocket.
Yep.
And throw it to Furs as like another action.
You're not activating the cipher, so I'd let you have that if you don't move.
Okay. All right. I'll stand in my spot.
Mm-hmm.
Take an attack using my onslaught, and then pass the cipher over to Furs.
Okay, so it's actually really difficult to hit Sildro. It's a difficulty 6. But are you trained with your onslaught?
Not trained, I don't think. No.
Are you anything with your onslaught?
No. It costs me 0, but I can use some of my edge, can't I?
Yes, if you want.
So I will do that.
Excellent. How much? You can use up to 2, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll use 2.
So wait, so you use 2 edge, which makes it 3.
Mine.
3, 5 minus 2, so 3.
Okay.
Which makes it difficulty 4.
Okay.
Wow, natural one.
Ah, excellent. This is when the shit gets real. So let me explain what happens. Nebo goes, focuses forward his onslaught. The energy comes pouring forth from his face in a wave, and then suddenly Nebo drops to the ground, his eyes wide, unable to move. The door swings open, and Garrick Granston walks in, draws his sword, and his cousin behind runs in and goes, "I told you they were here, Garrick. I told you they were here." If you remember correctly, the secretary was cousin to Garrick, and he draws this new blade that seems to be made of, like, the only way I can explain it is chipboards, but it's like a long sword, and as he draws it, it seems to sparkle, and he points and goes, and in one hand he has the thing that Furs and Sildro recognise as the thing he dropped on the sand, the button, and he's holding it up and he goes, "I knew this was for something." And then as he thinks that he's defeated you, Nebo, can you make an intellect check, difficulty 3?
Okay.
I keep forgetting I fucking have initiative training, basically.
Okay, so yes, he's managed to hurt you, dealing 4 damage to your intellect pool by pressing the button.
Okay.
But he doesn't. You can tell he doesn't truly understand what it can do because he thinks he's hurt, like disabled you with it, and he's thrown it down to the ground next to him, thinking he's actually got you. But you stand back up, only having your brain slightly fried from the button being pressed. Okay, so I need to update the initiative because Garrick is right there by himself.
Did he come like right out behind me?
No, he came in through the main doors. Remember, you're still in.
Okay.
Dr. Fraynall's. What's it called? Office.
Mm-hmm.
Garrick is not 5.
So Thurs tried to jump away from me, right?
Pardon me? Yep.
I'm gonna show him just how high I can freaking jump. I have trained in jumping, so I can pretty much leap straight after him.
Yeah, I mean, difficulty 3 and you'd be right on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend some might as well for that.
Okay, go ahead. So difficulty 2. You can spend more.
I've got an edge of 3.
Oh
so
my god, you could spend enough just to drop it to 0 if you want.
I will.
It'd cost you 7.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I've got edge of 3, but only effort of 2, so I can't spend up to 7, can I?
No, you
Sorry.
can't. No, that's
So-
strange. Yeah,
My edge is 3, but
you can't spend up to that. So no, you're
so I can spend 2 of it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Which costs
5.
me nothing.
No, it costs you 5.
I've got an edge of 3.
Oh wait, let me work this out. Edge. Pools.
Edge minuses it.
And it costs you total. It costs you 3, and then nothing, and then 6.
So yeah, it costs you 3 points for the first level of effort, and then 2 for each additional effort, and then you minus your edge from the pool. So it costs you 3, 2, 5 minus 3. It costs you 2.
So it just costs me 2 to get
Yeah.
to 0.
No,
Or to get to 1.
To
To 1. Okay, I'll take that.
Yep.
And then I'll just jump.
Go ahead.
I think that was it.
That will
Yeah.
do it. You leap up, and you may make
And
a,
yeah,
you may make
go
a
for
slashing
another
attack.
gouge attack on him. Claw down his back.
Okay, make a speed defense. I can still hear myself in
What
the
difficulty
background.
was it again?
Speed
Difficult.
defense.
It's difficulty 6.
5, including the shield. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Well,
One moment, I'm going to sort the overlay out. It's being a bit pants. Apologies for anyone watching, and the overlay just went crazy, but it's being pants and not updating as we play. It's just freezing. It's strange. Okay, so natural 20.
So as a natural 20, I get like a major effect, don't I?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to use my major effect as part of my class to or the suggested major effect, sorry, is to stun him and make him lose the next round.
Okay, so
Pop
just
him
so
on
you
the head
know,
as he jumps up.
mechanically, whoever wants to try can try to soothe Sildro. You need 3 successes to soothe him over this combat. Yeah, but you've managed to, as he leaps up into the air, to kick him in the face. He falls to the ground, smashes through the table, and goes, "Ugh," he's stunned, but he's standing up and ready to fight. You can tell that he's not going to go down easy, and it might be easier to soothe him. You've got Garrick behind you, and just so you know, you can now hear the screams and shouts of police and guards running.
I almost felt that.
Furs, it's your go.
So I'm going to take my entire action to move 50 foot.
Okay, so just so you know, the actual hall is only 40 foot by 40 foot by 40 foot.
Is there a window?
There is a window.
And I'll jump out of it.
Okay, guys. So I'm just going to put us onto an empty page, okay? So we could just... Why not? Just use it as a battle
Sure.
map. So we got an empty page here, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yes.
you want to put your tokens down.
How do I put my token down again?
You just drag it onto the map.
Damn, look at that. Might is off the bar.
Make sure you've recorded it. Of course.
Wait, what do I drag where?
You just hold
Drag
your...
from the journal.
No.
You're just gonna click your name and drag it on.
Oh my god, I don't understand.
So Garrick's come through the door around here. If I draw like a square for you guys. Draw a shape. I'll say that's the hall currently. Garrick's come bursting through the door here. Furs, if you wanted, you could say you could jump out into the street here.
Yep.
So, Sildro, yep, that sounds about right.
Where am I?
I'd put Nebo further away, by the way, Lewis.
Okay.
What's with your might pool being huge, everyone?
Because I'm massive, mate.
I meant Nebo.
It's 14.
I can't see anybody else on my pool, obviously.
Mine looks huge as well.
Yeah. My speed pool's higher than my actual bar because I think the bar only accommodates for about 10, maybe.
No, you should be able to go in and... Oh yeah, you haven't actually updated it on your sheet. There you go. I can do it. Because the maxes haven't updated from when you up them. Okay, so first, you've managed to land outside and burst into the streets where, if I can go to my other page, because I've got like a page of toad tokens and shit that I needed to use.
So how far did Thurs run?
A 50 foot. I used literally my entire
50
action
foot.
to do it. Yeah.
All right.
And then, obviously, you don't get your next action. I'm going to move another 50 foot. I've got this like little Lego man around.
I'll only be one step behind you.
Okay, this is my little shit battle mat drawing. Okay,
Is
so
this good for improv?
yeah, good for improv. Okay, so I'm looking at it. First, as you burst out into the street, you see a couple of guards are running towards the front entrance of the museum, but they immediately stop when they see you, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Smash through the window.
I presume my turn's actually.
You're juttering, by the way.
It's Garrick's turn.
It is indeed Garrick's turn. Like, when you're speaking, I couldn't hear you. It was like, duh, duh, duh.
Very bizarre.
It's fine now. Okay, yes, so Garrick, seeing Nebo fall to the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, spends his whole action running up towards Nebo's side, and can you make a speed defense action as he tries to slap some hollow cuffs around your wrist? He goes, I finally got you, Nebo! You'll pay for what you did!
What is the difficulty for that?
9.
9?
9!
Jesus. Yes, I'll reduce it by 1.
Okay, if you want.
That's all I can do. Zero success.
Oh no, it's okay. Nebo, you notice that he runs over, slaps these handcuffs over you, and you notice that where you kicked him off of the sand flyer all the way back then, about 2 weeks ago, he's still not recovered properly from the wounds. You can see that he's got some sort of cast all up his left arm. It's like over his left bicep.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to hinder his maneuverability, however. And as he slaps the cuffs, so he lifts you up and he goes, "You're coming with me, boy."
No!
Nebo, it's actually your go.
Someone help!
Sildro seems to be recovering nearly and is going to, looks like, charge at Nebo. And Garrick says to you, "Look what you've got yourself into, Nebo. You should have just handed yourself in."
Can I hold my turn and as Sildro charges towards me, like, dive out the way?
Just so you know, Sildro actually misses his next turn, so...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because someone stunned him.
God's sake.
Look, just because you're manacled doesn't mean you can't run.
That's true. But where am I going to run to?
Out the window.
Yeah, you see Dr. Fraynell's already gone and run past Rooney, the secretary, and he's like, "Why did you bring your cousin here? You've just exacerbated the situation." And Samantha's floating around going, "Alert! Alert! Danger! Alert! Alert!"
Fucking Samantha.
She's flashing like blue and red now.
Yep.
There's more to killing a plague rat. You're all machines, Samantha.
I'm just going to run towards the window then. That's just been opened for me.
Okay.
There is now an all. a bowling ball.
Okay, so... Oh, you got a squeaky chair.
I know.
Okay, so, Nebo, you immediately, like, dash past Garrick, who's like, "Oh, shit!" As he lets go of your holocaust. You're, like, got your hands up like this as you run towards... And you leap out the window, landing next to Furs. Yeah. Place yourself. That's... You can move 5 more feet if you wish.
Okay.
Okay, you notice outside there is a guard in front of you with a hollow shield, like a kind of like plastic looking spherical shield, and a spear in one hand. And he looks you up and down, and is completely surprised that you've first of all, the squid-like entity just smashed through this window, and then you followed. And the guard looks at you, looks at the squid, and goes, "Nebo? Shit, it's Nebo!" He's like readying his spear. And you
Do I recognise him? Or does
you
he just know
recognise him
who
as
I
one
am?
of the investigating officers, like the police that came to your workshop after you retreated.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We determined last session that like Nebo wasn't actually guilty, and that was
Yeah, but you don't. Just so you know, these are underlings of Garrick. They're not actually police.
Okay.
In fact, you recognise one of them from one of the guys that was on the ship when you knocked them off.
Oh yeah.
You didn't actually kill all of them when you did that. So, the guards. One rushes forward. Can you make a speed defense check, Nebo?
Yep.
You are at a detriment by 1, so you need to get 12 because of your handcuffs.
Difficulty
12.
4.
Yeah, difficulty 5. Ooh! Okay, his spear goes, ah, and he stabs it into your side. It digs in deep and does 4 might damage. What's your armor?
I have +2 armor at the moment.
Wow, that's actually quite high. So,
One from normal, and I've got that pill that I used.
yes, the goddamn
last session,
pill.
yeah.
Yes. So he stabs you with the spear at long length, does 2 damage, yanks it away, and expects you to kind of fall down, but realizes he just looks at you, and he has hardly drawn any blood from you. And you realize, of course, this is because your skin's hardened by the Numenera pill that you've taken, and your armor managed to
Is
absorb
that
some blood.
damage to my might or speed form?
It'd be to your might.
Okay.
The other guards turn, and they use their movement to close in.
Excuse me, lads.
That is their turn. Dr. Freyner does a runner. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Samantha on the initiative order.
What's she gonna do?
She can just go last because she's shit.
Okay, Samantha floats over, and she goes, "Alert! Alert! Danger! Garrick! Garrick!" And Garrick looks up and goes, "What the hell?" And then a lightning bolt shoots out and hits him in the forehead. He goes, "Ah!" Falls back. It doesn't seem to have hurt him much, but he's fallen to one knee, and he's shaking away the stun. And Samantha floats back off, going, "Alert! Danger! Wait for me, Dr. Freyner, let's get out of here!" And she just floats back
Found a
off.
new friend now.
Okay, Sildro, you managed to regain your senses.
Okay.
Can I actually reach Garrick from here?
You
No.
can't make an action. You just
No.
recover from your stuff.
No.
Yeah, like I said, you've
that
regained
was
your
last
senses.
turn.
No, it wasn't. You actually tried to attack, and then you got stunned.
Yeah.
So it's this action that you were stunned.
Yeah, you were top of the initiative.
Great.
Mhm.
Mm.
So,
Apologies.
me now.
Yep.
So I'm going to. I'm just reading the rules as I do stuff as well now. I'm going to now run 100 foot, which is a difficulty 4 check,
Mm-hmm.
according to the rules.
Yep.
I have running trains, so that reduces it by 1 to difficulty 3, and I presume I could spend some of my speed shit to reduce it more, right?
Yeah. I'm just assuming that you're going to run away from combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout, "It doesn't matter. I have your scent."
He does, yes. Okay, so
Oh,
make
well.
your check.
I don't have a scent.
You do.
Oh.
Fishy.
Oh wait, no, I
It
don't.
smells like fear.
1, 2, 3. Hang on. 2. Go. If I spend that much, it reduces it by 2 steps. That reduces it down to a difficulty 1. Yay!
Yep, perfect. So you managed to dash away from the guards. Okay, so for now, I'll move your token. Where would you like to go in the city first? Are you just heading that way, down an alleyway?
I'm going to whatever the first entrance to the underground bit is.
Okay, so first of all, what's going to happen now is the guards are going to make a check to run after you. So
It's fine.
they will. One of them will stay with me, but the other will chase you. But you've moved. Just remember that you've moved 100 foot away.
Yeah.
Garrick sees Sildro turn into a wolf. He goes, draws his data, holds up his data sword.
It's Pokedex.
He begins tapping some buttons on the sword, and you see an illusion appear in front of him. And then he brings it to his side and goes, "A werewolf, huh?" And you, Sildro, you see that he got all the data from that sword, seemed to project something towards his face, and somehow he looks more cocksure than he was before. And you, as he breaks the cast on his left hand, you see that a mechanical arm reveal itself, and he holds it forward. His fingers splay back, break open, revealing a hole in his chest, and then something shoots out of it. It's a cipher, or an artifact, and
Oh.
green gas begins to fill the room. I need you to make a might Might check, difficulty 4.
Okay. I'll say, I don't know what you are, but I hope you bleed. And I'll spend some might to get rid of this poison effect.
Okay, so it's difficulty 4.
Okay, I'll
Please, you can eat
spend...
it.
What is it? So it's cost me 2, doesn't it? To lower it by 2. Because I've got edge 3.
Yes, sorry, yes it does.
So it was 4, it's now 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Success.
Success. Okay, so this green gas surrounds you. It's acidic, seems to be sticking to your fur, and as you look down, you can't. Suddenly, you feel blinded momentarily. You can't see in front of you, but you manage to hold your breath by natural instinct and not breathe it in, dealing no damage.
Cool. Alright.
Okay, so after Garrick's turn, we go to Nebo.
Back to me. I'm getting surrounded. Where did Furs go? Oh, he's all the way over there.
Yeah.
I'm miles away.
Okay.
I'm more than that.
Do I still have function in my hands? Can I still cast like my?
Yeah, you can still cast your onslaught. Yeah.
Okay. I will do that then. At this guy straight in front of me, just to push him out of the way, push him backwards.
Okie dokie. Difficulty 3. Oh no, Nebo! As you
Not
fire,
going well.
no, as you fire forth, trying to muster all of your psychic energy, the blast hits the guard in its shield. And it just holds it up and goes, and as it brings the shield back, it goes, "Do you not remember me, Nebo?" And as he turns his face, you see the mark of like where you'd smacked him into the sand, and he just skidded across it. He's got all these grazes and scars all across his face. He goes,
No, don't.
"I'm gonna enjoy breaking you."
What?
Can you make 2 defense rolls, please, at difficulty 3?
1, 2.
Oh
Don't
no.
fail.
So Nebo, both guards bring up their batons. One hits you in the knee, and then one cracks you on the back of the head, and they both do 2 damage each. So that's including your armor. They do 2 damage to your might. The last one, however, turns round and attempts to break away and fight and chase Furs. But you got a difficulty 4. Where did you get the difficulty 4 from, by the way?
I was reading the move action in the core rules. It's on page 100. If you want to move 100 feet or so in one round, it's a speed task with difficulty of 4.
Got
You
it.
can use skills, assets, or effort to decrease the difficulty. Terrain, obstacles, or other circumstances can increase it again. And if you succeed, you move that way. Failure means that at some point you fucked up and didn't move that far.
Okay, first, GM intrusion. You can
Cool.
you can reject it if you wish.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so behind, one of the guards with a hollow shield throws it to the ground, brings his spear back, throws it, and just in time you turn, duck as it hits an innocent woman behind you, pinning her to the wall. And then he begins running, using his full movement of 40 foot to catch up. Well, he's not catching up, but you know what I mean. But it's lucky that you did negate the GM intrusion, otherwise you would have been pinned.
It's one experience, isn't it, to negate it?
No, you can just say no, because remember the GM intrusion.
No, it does cost you.
You know, I thought it cost us an experience to negate it.
Yeah.
Technically, it does, because I was about to give you one.
That's no. It costs experience to stop a GM intrusion. You gain experience if you let it happen.
Okay, then you've spent
That's
an experience.
that's what we read.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I thought it was.
Okay, then you've spent an experience and negated his GM intrusion. Negated my GM intrusion. After that, Dr. Freynor is gone. He's ran. Sildro, you'll go.
Okay. How much can I move?
40. That's an action though.
Okay.
Let me read your character thing.
Okay, then in that case, I will run all the way around, skid in front of him, and block his passage to the window,
Yep.
and say, "You're not going anywhere. Not even your screams will escape." And I'll get ready in action. Well, I'm just ready to claw his face off if he tries to get anywhere through me.
Okay. Okay, one moment.
Am I out of that weird gas effect, by the way?
Yes, definitely, yeah. It's only a one effect thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Just so you know, Aldridge, can you do me a favour while I'm GMing and look up the movement? Like, is it 40 feet to do, and then you can't do anything?
It's 50 foot as a full action,
Yeah,
or
okay,
you can go higher than that at rolls.
Okay, so you've moved 50 foot and blocked his way out. Okay, Sildro, that was your turn. First, you going to keep running?
Yeah, but I've sprinted ahead, so I'm just going to stick to standard 50 foot, and again aim for looking for somewhere that goes down into the mines.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know if there's like random access points around places, or if I have to go to.
Make an intellect check, level 3. If you've got anything to do with perception, this would increase.
I do. I have perception.
So difficulty 2.
Reduce it to 2. Yay! I got 18, so yes. I
Yes,
succeeded.
definitely. You managed to notice one of the manhole covers that would probably lead down to the miners' tunnels. You notice that a bunch of people are crowding around now. That woman is letting out a wail, as of course she's been impaled by a spear, and that guard is still running towards you, sprinting as fast as he can. And you move the manhole cover, and you can just dive in if you wish.
Yep, I will just jump down then. I won't even bother putting the manhole cover back on because it's going to take me time to do that.
Okay, yeah, you leap down, fall into darkness.
Woo!
Okay, so first,
50-foot drop.
off the initiative order, Sam. He's like, Freynour, wait for me. Garrick, can you make a speed defense check, difficulty 5? Sildro?
Okay. But I'm skilled, so it lowers to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. No success.
Okay, so he broke that data sword, he stabs you clean in the stomach, and then he hits the bottom and it electrifies. What's your armor?
None.
None, so he does a total of 6 damage to you, Michael. And he just grits down and just kind of like screeches into your face, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill Nebo. And and as it digs deeper and deeper, you feel yourself being electrocuted.
Okay.
Nebo.
You'll pay for that. In blood.
Is this like similar to D&D where you can move like a certain distance and then make an attack?
Yeah, 10 foot.
10 foot. This might work.
What's your plan?
Actually, no, it's not going to work. I had a cipher that you gave us one of the other weeks called a grasshopper, which is like a projectile. It says that it bounces 1d6 times about 5 feet apart, so I don't think I get far enough away for it actually to do anything. Every time it lands in place, it explodes. So it wouldn't be very good.
Just like bang, 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 bang everywhere.
Like a cluster bomb everywhere. I think I'm just going to surrender. I know that I'm surrounded now.
Okay, so you surrender, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the moment you surrender, the 2 guards leap upon you, pin you to the ground. You can make an attempt to escape on your turn, but I'm assuming you've given up.
Yeah, no, I've given.
This is excellent. I'm going to split the party right up. Okay, so after that, it is the guards. They pin you. One puts hollow cuffs around your ankles, so you can't run this time.
Yep.
Do you want to resist?
No.
Okay, and the other brings his baton up and goes to smash you down on the skull, and the other one goes, no!
Wait.
No, yeah, the other one goes, no! That's for Garrick. Sildro.
Okay. I want to claw this guy's face off, don't I?
Okay,
So,
go ahead. Difficulty 5 minus... I don't think you're trained with claws, are you?
it's an unarmed attack,
Ah, yeah, it is.
which is definitely what I'm trained in. It's, and unarmed attacks counts as light, so it's easy to hit with.
Yep.
So it effectively becomes what? Like
Difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. Okay.
No, 3.
3.
Mhm.
That's a success, and it's a 19.
And you get extra 2 damage if you wish.
Is that the minor effect? I have
Or a minor.
intimidation. It's by my bestial attacks that they're dazed for 1 round.
Nice. Okay, so dazed does...
I'm not sure. During which time the difficulty of all tasks it performs is modified by 1 step to its detriment.
Yep. Okay, so you managed to claw him. How much damage does it do?
That's 4 damage.
Okay, -4. Okay, he's basically knocked to the ground. You go BAM! And it's kind of that moment where it was so fast and hard that his head cracks against the ground. He slams and he's like, ah! His sword skids across the room, stutters to a stop right near the Mastigafor corpse. And he goes, and that's when, with your sharp senses, Sildro, you detect many feet all running towards the museum in the distance.
Okay.
You can smell the sweat and the blood, and you can hear the hearts pumping of about 24 individuals.
Okay. They're coming in through this entrance here.
Yeah.
Bottom one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Garrick is dazed. He stands, stumbles away from you, and as he does, there's a GM intrusion. Would you like it to happen, Sildro?
What other gadgets he's got, I wonder? Sure.
Sure. So Garrick himself
Give it all you've got.
goes to draw something out of his pocket, and as he goes to pull the pin on it, something hits him in the neck. Looks like a dart, and he drops it to the ground before the pin can be pulled. He looks towards the door, and you see 5 or 6 men all lined up, wearing what I can only explain is like kind of like science fiction laser balaclavas all around the front of their face. You can't see their face, but these black beams are glowing, and they've shot from what looks like a crossbow into his neck. And he turns, and he kind of just stumbles and slams onto the ground like a drunken mess. You turn to them, and they all just fire at you. These darts, tons of them, dozens. I need you to make a speed. It's a difficulty 7.
Shit. All right. I can spend some speed for that.
If you wish.
I've got edge 2. So will it cost me 1 for the first one? And then 2 for the second, is that right? So it's spend a 3?
Yep, so...
and I also have skilled in speed defense.
Okay, so that technically won't account for this, so it's difficulty 5.
What? How not? How come?
Because...
It's dodging out of things, like that's why I took it. Speed defense is dodging shit.
Yeah, the GM intrusion's happened. You wanted it to happen, right? You're getting hit. This is to prevent the poison.
Well, then that would be a might roll. To prevent poison
No, it depends what poison it is. It depends what poison it is. If it's a
it'd be speed to dodge it, and then might to resist it.
Yeah, but it's a paralyzation poison. Do I have to explain everything?
Well, no, but
GM intrusion.
I'm getting that.
Look, if it was to numb your mind, I'd make you make an intellect one. If it was to numb your like,
yeah, no, but if it hits, then I roll. So I'm rolling like speed defense, right?
No, because it hits, no matter what.
GM intrusion.
GM intrusion.
So I'm rolling might to resist it.
If you want, go for might then.
Doesn't matter to me. I got plenty in both pools, but normally resisting poisons and such, we establish as might. I thought.
It depends on the poison.
So 5 is it?
5.
Well, it's a natural 1 anyway. Wouldn't have mattered how much I fucking spent.
Okay, so you are hit by 4 to 5 darts around your face, and immediately you fall back onto your rump as your vision goes blurry. By the way, you get an experience. You get to award 1 to another player.
Myself.
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh no, Nevo. He looks like he needs it more.
Okay, Nevo, you get an experience point. Sildro, you get an experience point, but you've been inflicted with a paralyzation poison and your body goes numb. And so is Garrick, and his wide eyes stare at you. He's like, as he tries to talk to you, Sildro. And you can face him, and you see a load of hands grab onto you. And one man, one of the guards whispers into your ear and goes, "Oh, Gavoreth is gonna like this specimen. He does like mutants with a bit of hair." And you feel yourself being dragged across the ground. And Nebo, outside, all the guards that are surrounding you go, "Fuck! fuck, it's the Gavaros guard! And they all kind of drag you off over the alleyway and run north, leaving Furs in the sewers to the east, Nebo being dragged off to the north.
Can I yell out for help?
Yeah, as you do, they're still running off with you. And Sildro being dragged off west by the Gavaleth guard. Alright.
Thank God I didn't get hit by poison darts, because I'm immune to poison. They would just kill me with darts.
Oh god, that would be a terrible way to die. Okay,
No, please stop.
we will begin, I reckon, with Sildro. So it's been several hours.
Am I still in my wolf form?
Yeah, but as you awake, you are caged.
Oh, it's only up to an hour, apparently.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So I wouldn't be in my
Yeah,
wolf
so
form.
you, stripped of your possessions, you stand sit topless in a cage. And as you begin to look about the room, your eyes adjusting to the gloom, you see before you a guard. And the guard is wearing those same kind of like lasers covering his face. These hard light projections that make his face look ghastly and ghoulish. It's as if there's a projection on the glass over his face, making him look like a mutant, although he looks completely human. The dark room has a single yellow light above you, like kind of just swinging, making a creaking sound. And nearby you hear another rattle, and in the cage opposite you, you see Garrick. And he kind of wakes up. He himself has been stripped of possessions, and there's a guard standing between you, and he just goes, fuck. Stands up, grabs the bars, and begins to shake violently, and the guard goes, down, and then hits him with the butt of the spear, and he kind of falls back.
You interrupted my fun.
He turns around and goes, look, you're not in your wolf form anymore. We know what you are. And my master has slight interest in you. So just be patient and you'll be seen.
You expect us to sit here, caged up like animals?
Yes, I expect you to sit there and behave.
I walk over to the bars and see how sturdy they are. Can I, like, physically pull them apart?
As you go physically pull them apart, the guard holds up a button and he goes, I wouldn't be touching that if I were you.
How close is he to the bars?
He's about 10 foot between you and then Garrick behind him. To your left is a big metal archway with like kind of like nuclear bunker type
Have
doors.
I got any chains on my feet?
No, he's taken
Or
it.
like,
You were literally.
no, I mean like, am I chained?
Oh yes. You got like manacles around your ankles that are tied to the side, and then manacles around your hand, and like that.
Okay, I'll grab the chains that is all the way attached to the wall, and try to like yank it forward and see if I can use like a loop of the chain to like swing it out 10 feet. Try to grab him by the neck and pull him towards the bars.
Physically difficult, but I'm not going to deny you the attempt.
Okay.
Making might check difficulty 7.
Alright, I'll spend some might, definitely. 2, and then 2 again. So I spent. Oh, it's edge is
so
2,
it's
so
3.
it costs me
This is
1.
3,
and
then 2,
yeah,
then
got
minus 2,
3.
so 3 points.
So
Makes
it
it
goes
difficulty
down to
5.
5, alright, let's do this. Damn.
Oh, okay, so you were close, you just swing it out and he goes, oh! Ducks underneath, knocks it away with his shield, and then lands onto the other side of the room and goes, you're a feisty one. And that's when the door opens, Sildro. And in steps a figure, flanked by 2 more guards. He is wearing a headdress of what looks like, I can only explain, you know, like what Caesar would wear, you know, grass crown.
Yeah.
He's bald, except for all along his face, which he has a scruff of beard grown through, is pustules, and zits, and acne, and a pock-marked face. He's wearing robes with the sleeves rolled up, and all over those wrists you can see these like bubonic plague spots. And as he's walking along, he has about 3 or 4 attendants to his left and right, praying and holding out jars as they leak these pussy white liquids into the bowls. And then immediately they all begin to thank him, and he brushes them off and says, off with you. I'm going to speak to my friends here. And he steps into the middle of the room, 10 feet away from you and Garrick. Garrick prostrates himself, as in bows, and goes, "My lord!" And falls to his knees. He seems he's not interested in Garrick, but he turns to you. And his face, he has yellow snake eyes. Just goes, "I am told your name is Sildro."
And who are you?
He smiles and goes, "Oh, I wouldn't expect you to know, really. You're an outsider in Niliesh. Have you not guessed?"
You're a mutant of some description.
"Yes, one of the leading mutants. You can keep guessing if you wish. This is a fun game."
I've heard of this because I remember Nebo speaking about,
His name is
even
Gav
first.
Oreth.
Gav Oreth.
Yeah, remember the healing
Yes,
pus? Yeah.
now I recall. Now I recall. Gav Olef, isn't it?
Excellent. So you do have some intellect. There is hope yet.
Yes. You could cage me like an animal, but...
No, I don't wish to cage you like an animal. I caged the animal. You are no longer the animal. Although I am here about the animal.
It's not the beast you should be afraid of.
No? What, your allies? One of them's in prison right now. And the other...
Men are more dangerous than beasts.
Well, I wouldn't say prison, but some sort of prison. And your other... Well, my guards are trying to find him now, but he's a slippery one, that's for sure. Look, I mean you no harm if you say yes to my proposition. Mardar has passed away, and that leaves a power vacuum in Niliesh. My sister, the fool she is, wishes to fill that vacuum with one of her own. I, however, do not wish to fill the vacuum. 2 mutants is good enough to rule Niliesh. I, forever pushed to the bottom of the order, wish to rise. And to rise, I need power. And for that, I need more mutants. What better mutant to have than a man that can transform into a wolf? I don't necessarily want you, my friend. I want what you have. And I believe the curse originates in some ancient Numenera that perhaps I know where it is. And if you're interested, after I have extracted what I need from you, perhaps I might be able to find a cure for you. And he looks down at the pussiness all gathered on his arm, wipes away, and as he brings this yellow slime forward, it drips to the ground, and then it sizzes against the ground. And then the next one, he wipes off his left arm, is this green bile. He licks it, and you see the acne around it. Yeah, the acne around his face and all the pustules momentarily heal. And then you notice that as he moves to the side, the guy is quite like fat, like as in beer-bellied. Look, I do believe that what I have can help you. But what I have can also hurt you. Incredibly so. So please, Sildro, I know tonight you will transform. And there's a smile on his face. I only wish to either direct you toward my enemy, my sister, or you agree, you behave, and I take your power from you so I can create more of you in my name. My honor.
Looks like you should work on your own cure first.
Oh no. Far from it. I don't know if you've noticed, but Niliesh, we worship mutants. All mutants are welcome. We are not like the Steadfast. Those racist, ignorant, narcissistic kings and queens and nobles who know nothing about the ninth world, nothing about human evolution. Me? I welcome you. You could be one here in Niliesh. Even rise up the ranks. A mutant...
Well then, you should understand that I'm not looking for a cure. I'm looking for control.
Well, Sildro, I can't offer you control because that blind rage is what I'm after. But I will take your power from you. You may keep your power, but I will be duplicating it the way I see fit. And to do that, I need a constant supply. Until I've drained you dry, you stay there. Until you are more diplomatic, of course. And he goes to leave.
Wait, you know of this curse, this Numenera that started this?
He turns towards you and goes, "Oh, I know a little bit. I wouldn't say I know the location. I wouldn't say anything like that, but I've heard of it. I've studied it. I know a little bit of lycanthropy. A little bit about it. I mean, we encountered one more like you some years ago, and he died under our experiments, so, you know, it's lucky that you've just waltzed on into my city. I did have men tracking you, but it seems you're more slippery and you disappeared 2 weeks ago?
I've been on the run for a while.
Yes, I know, with newfound friends. Nebo, of my own city, of course. Now...
He was also on the run.
And Garrick behind is like, "My lord," and he goes, "Shh." Garrick just looks so frustrated with the fact that he's not being listened to. And Gavaref says, "Sildro, I'll come back in several hours. I hope you've been more diplomatic."
We'll see.
He leaves, leaving you and Garrick to face one another in this room. Okay, so...
You've been running after Nebo this whole time.
Garrick goes, "Yes, of course I have. He killed 3 people." And Sildro, you know that. Now you know it is us. Yeah, that's Sam. That was Samantha. She sent that artifact to Nebo.
Right.
Yeah, so you know you even know Nebo is innocent because it was nothing to do with him. It was that fucking orb.
Yeah. That's true, I do know that.
Yeah, and Garrick's like, but he killed 3 people. One of them was a little girl. He needed to be taken down. Plus he had a bound on his head.
You were misinformed.
Well,
you had a
everyone's
device.
now.
I'll tell you if you really want, but
Go.
you didn't kill them with intent. That's something I'd do.
Garrick sighs and goes, "You sicken me."
Well, we ran together. Just, we happened to be running in the same direction. So me and Nebo teamed up. But I did learn of that terrible day. It wasn't his fault.
What do you mean it wasn't his fault? It was from his workshop. His experiment exploded. It set fire to 4 houses.
But he didn't trigger it.
It doesn't matter.
Some other thing did.
It was from his workshop. I know that what the investigation provided, that it was from an artifact that was unstable. That it had been delivered to him earlier that morning by some courier. I chased that courier down.
Did you find that loose end?
What, the courier?
Yes.
Yeah.
And?
I had to cut off a few fingers, but he gave me the information. That he had got it from Valeheim. And that's how I ended up finding Nebo going south.
Mm-hmm.
I tracked it to some obelisk, but couldn't ultimately get in.
Don't be naive. Nebo is skilled with Numenera. He wouldn't risk bringing something unstable into his own workshop. And if he did trigger it intentionally, what would be his motive to kill innocents?
He shrugs and goes, "Some men are just evil.
Yes.
Like you, for example."
Some evil people are trying to find me and use me. I'm just a source of power.
He stares towards the door and he goes, "Well, how about we try to make our escape? How about you help me, I help you?"
Well, there's some sort of electrocution on the gate, probably.
That's when Garrick laughs and smiles and he goes, "I have a few more tricks up my sleeve."
Well, I'll be right behind you then.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, so you watch Sildro as Garrick brings his fingers up to his eye like this, and you go, "The fuck?" But he begins to grunt and moan uncomfortably as he sticks his 2 fingers above his eye and pushes them deep. You hear a gelatinous kind of squishy sound. You go, "Oh, what the f-?" And he just pulls his eye out, and you see the stringiness attached to it. And then as he looks up to you, you see blood running down his cheek. And as he pulls the eye out, you see that the back of the eye is all kind of electronic, or chipped. It's like a half sphere. And then as he holds it up to you, it's turning by itself, and you see there's cables attached to it. And then you go, "Ugh," and he rips it free from whatever cable was attached to inside. And then he presses it down, and you see energy run down his arm. He touches the bars and just phases straight through them. Lands into the middle of the room outside the bars.
Neat trick. Now what about me?
He smiles, walks out towards the door, puts his ear against it, turns towards you, walks towards the cage, and that's where we're going to end your part.
Alright.
Okay, so Nebo. You are ran north, dragged around some alleyways. You are turned, like, basically, to the point when you see that these guards with the laser balaclavas, the projections around their face, are chasing you, but these men managed to get into a safe hideout. And after maybe 30 minutes, you are lent against the far side of this room. They begin discussing their tactics. And right in front of you, there's 3 of them. You learn one of their names is Lifa, the other Pollock. You don't know the third one. Lifa and Pollock are arguing, we left Garrick. How are we going to collect our bounty? He is everything. And the other one says, Pollock says, look, Garrick is not easily caged. And the other one's like, but it's Gavareth! And he's like, why? What does he want with Garrick? Why would... And they're all just arguing amongst themselves. What would you like to do?
What do I see around me?
Okay, so you see a few barrels stuffed full of what looks like old bits of paper. You see rods, nails, hammers. There's a desk on one side with carpentry work. You see there's a half-finished coffin. And it takes you a moment to adjust before you realise you're in a coffin maker's place. Coffin maker's shop.
Okay. Am I still got the shackles around my ankles and my wrists?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I slowly sidle on over to the workbench?
Yeah. Okay. So can you make a speed? Yeah. Speed. Are you doing it stealthily without one?
Yeah, stealthily.
So it's a speed check, difficulty 4.
4. Jeez.
Yep. Well, it would be 3 because they're level 3 people, but you've got difficulty because of the manacles.
And okay, I'm not making any noise and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to use some speed. So take it down to 3.
Yep.
Fuck's sake! Sucks today.
Okay, so as you try to caterpillar your way across the room, they turn and they go, don't you... And one grabs your ankle cuffs and drags you back. Turns you round.
I just wanted to have a look over there.
No, you didn't. You were trying to escape, says Pollock. Lifa puts one boot upon your sternum, pushes you down, aims the baton down to your face, and goes, no more escape attempts. Where would they take him? And they start asking you.
Still. I don't know.
Well, you can make an intellect check.
Okay.
Difficulty 3.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, nice. You got exactly what you needed. Okay, let me look it up. So the first tier is a city. So you know that Gave Oleth is a insatiable monster, but his people love him because of the amount of time he can cure illness and all kinds of stuff. He rules over the first tier, the miners. So you know that they would have taken Sildro and Garrick to maybe the first tier in the mines. And Gavareth has several palaces down there, kind of underground havens, and they're built away from the actual mines to avoid the toxic gases and things. But he likes to stay close to his people because all the miners are revered. So despite them being mutants and diseased, the people above not worship them, but revere them. It's an honourable position, even though you die early. So you know that he likes to stay close to these people so he can help them.
I mean, he would have taken my companion, Sildro. He must have some sort of use for him. Probably imprisoned down in the first tier.
Lifa strokes his thick kind of beard that's grown through.
Maybe one of you should go check it out.
They look towards the one that hasn't spoken yet and go, Finn. And he goes, okay. And he begins to get changed out of his cloak, out of his stained traveller's clothes. He goes, okay. He looks nervous. He goes, if I'm caught, you need to tell Rooney that I love her. That's the secretary. And they go, yeah, just go. And he exits. He looks back at you all kind of rather forlorn and goes, scared. He was the one with the hollow shield and the spear, the one that's jabbed you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he takes his hollow shield but leaves the spear. Because the hollow shield is literally just like a bar that he just holds and then activates. And he goes, I'll be back. And it's some hours before he returns. And he comes through and you see he looks sweaty, he looks worried, and he's got a blood stain on one side of his traveller's cloak. And he's holding it as he walks in. And they all look at him confused. And he goes, I found where they're holding Garrick. It's in the complex, in the miner's place. Yeah. They call it Colfin. And Nebo, you've heard of Colfin. It's kind of like a prison.
Okay.
But if a prison could be a palace at the same time, it's got lush underground ecosystem garden, it's got glowing fungus. From a distance, it actually looks like stars on a field of black. But as you get close, you see that, of course, it's all black stone, all mechanics, machinery, and Gavareth would keep slaves there, so to speak.
Okay.
Okay, that's when the Finn, the guy with the hollow shirt, says, Nebo,
Yes.
your friend's there as well. Our contact's
knew it.
inside, so your friend's there. And he grimaces as he holds the wound on his shoulder that he's suffered. You can't tell what it is, but it looks
What
like a
happened
slice.
to your arm?
Got hit with a buzzer. One of the guards noticed me sneaking around. It's okay, I wasn't caught. He didn't follow me. And the other guards look, the other two, Letha and Pollock, look really worried about that. They're like, are you sure you weren't followed? And Finn says, yes, I'm sure. I know how to escape a tail.
Do you think it's worth keeping me hiding here?
That's
when
what I was going to suggest.
Gilanesh has got my friend, and he's got Granston.
Look, that's what I wanted to say. And Finn looks at Pollock and Letha and says, we should let him free. Make a deal. And they go, you crazy? We've spent the last month chasing this man. And they're all arguing and talking about you as if you aren't there. And they're like, he's worth 250 shins. And that's when Finn goes, not here anymore. He goes, yeah, but the rest want to pay for him. And you don't know who the rest are. You don't know who they're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I pipe up and like, who's the rest?
They go,
What's
shut
going
up!
on?
That's none of
Do you
your
not know
business.
Do you not know that none of this was my fault?
Shh. And that's when Finn goes, we can't trust them. And that's when they agree, Pollock and Letha. They all just turn to you at the same time. Creepily, all of them just turn their faces to stare at you. And then Pollock says, so how about it, Nebo? You help us break in, get Garrick, rescue your friend in the meantime?
What do you think is going to happen when we break in and get Garrick? He's still going to want me. How am I going to be set free?
We go our separate ways for now.
So you're letting me go?
Well, if you help us, we help you. We're equal. We meet on the plains of. We meet on the battlefield again, another time.
Okay. Let me free. Hold up my hands.
Okay, they let your hollow ankles free. Okay, they let your ankles go free, but leave your hands tied.
Bastards.
They're obviously suspicious of you.
Okay. Do they go to leave their hideout?
Yes, they kind of want you to follow them.
They want me to follow them.
Yeah, they're gonna go and rescue. What did you expect?
I thought they were going to let me go free.
They're gonna let you go free.
I just said to them, like, how is this going to work? When we meet Garrick, he's still going to want me.
Yeah, they
What
said
are you
like
going to do to?
we'll go our separate ways. But we may meet again. But
So you'll convince Garrick that he doesn't need to chase me anymore.
yeah, of course, Garrick will see the sense in this. Naturally.
Okay, I don't trust it, but I guess I'm not doing anything else right now.
Good.
But if you want my help, you're going to need to release me from these bonds.
Okay, you're gonna have to make an intellect check, difficulty 3.
Okay. I'll use some intellect.
Yeah.
There we go.
You passed. Excellent. With an 18. You managed to convince them. So much so, and with an 18, you are able to coax the information about who was after you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the information scares you a little bit. Leaves you standing there stunned. Okay, so the Queen of Shamond personally put a bounty out and finding you for some reason.
The one that's now dead.
No, that's Marda.
Oh, is this different?
The Queen of Shamond...
Different area.
Yeah, in the Steadfast, to the north, she
Okay.
is the queen of a country called Navarine. She's actually called Her Immortal Highness. She's one of the most powerful and influential women in the entire Ninth World. And for some reason, she's put a bounty out on you, specifically.
She knows my name.
Yes, and you've managed to coax out the information that she didn't want you dead. She wanted you captured.
Captured alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would make me stand still and.
Yeah, she's from the city of Tremond. Do you want to write some notes down, perhaps?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I will copy and paste some of the names. So, city of Charmond in Navarine. There you go. So you can take those notes down. And
Thank
that's
you.
when you guys exit into the streets, and it's roughly about midnight now, so it's absolutely dead quiet. And you begin heading towards the Great Lift.
On our way.
Okay, so we go to Furs. So Furs, you managed to get into the actual what acts as the sewers.
Yeah.
And manage to escape away from any notice. What would you like to do? I mean, it's kind of dark down here, and you meet the occasional homeless mutant, kind of like diseased man, just kind of like leaning down there and coughing.
So, what exactly would I have seen where I got? I obviously would have seen Nebo being assaulted by
Yeah, you would have seen Nebo
the
dragged off.
guards.
You didn't
I
get to
wouldn't
see.
have seen the laser faces.
No.
Okay. So, I'm probably going to spend a little while just moving around, keeping track of where I'm going, but moving generally around the place, trying to blend into any groups of people that I see and not look out of place. Maybe get myself a bit dirtier as well, because I'm probably not necessarily dirty at the moment. After a couple of hours, I might loop back around and head back to the museum.
Okay, so roughly around midnight, as you go to head back to the museum, and you're heading down one of the far tunnels that you travelled before to get here, and you notice that there's a woman dressed in kind of like smart black leathers. She's got tight leather pants on. She's wearing a leather jacket, kind of red leather, and she's squeaking slightly as she moves, and she moves really fucking awkwardly, like. And she stops to talk to one of the homeless people, and then she stands, sees you, her eyes blink incredulously. She goes, "Why, hello there, Furs. I have been looking for you. Don't you recognise me?" And you see that there's
I recognise the awkward talking.
You recognise us, and she goes, "Psst, look." And as she unbuttons her top to reveal kind of an androgynous android chest, you see a glowing green orb situated into her sternum, and she goes, "It's me."
Fucking
Don't get your orbs out in public. do a top up.
Oh, of course. Dr. Freynor gave me this body about 30 minutes ago. I also got to meet Benjamin. He's not a fitting mate for someone like me. Ha 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 ha. That's how you joke, correct?
Yeah, it was close enough.
He's
We'll work on
actually
that
quite
next time.
dull. He doesn't know anything. But I did receive important information.
About
So-
Benjamin?
There are 4 more like me in the world who have very similar goals. Guess what? I now have the locations downloaded from the data sphere.
Well, the other Sams.
Yes! Well, I wouldn't think that they're all called Sam. I'm unique. And she smiles.
I'm sure they all probably think the same thing, Sam.
One of me is very important. It has to be killed.
Why?
'Cause it is currently in Charmond, advising a very, very, very stupid woman who wishes to ruin everything I have worked for.
To be honest, Sam, you're advising 3 very stupid people.
Guess what I also found?
Wally?
You are worth 250 shins.
Too bad.
Yes, the same queen has put bounty out on you, Furs, Nebo, Sildro.
Congrats.
She
But
looks
not
at
you.
looks at you all, like, just stares at you with a wide smile. This is how
you.
humans act.
Yes. Yeah. Luckily, neither of us are technically human anymore.
You are not human. You are mutant.
Yeah.
Abhuman.
Yeah.
Ah, ah, ah.
Do you know where the other 2 are, Sam? That's more important
Oh,
information. right
yes. Almost forgot. My new human brain is so weak.
now. Yep.
Yes, I know where they are. Nebo I saw earlier. He was being tussled off and pushed away, but I thought you would be better option. You're not weak enough to be cool.
And I'm fast. And nimble. And I can slip through tiny
Plus,
holes.
Nebo looks handcuffed. And Sildro was scary, was he not? But that is indeed why I wanted to hire him. I knew about his wolfiness, and I thought that it might help.
Does that happen often then?
I don't know! Ha ha ha!
Wolfiness.
So you knew that he could do that, but you don't know how often it happens. No, great.
Oh yes, I knew he could do that. I made him.
That
Kinda.
just sounds good.
What?
Oh, I don't know when to shut my new human mouth. Ha ha ha.
If you made him, do you know how to unmake him? Because
Nope.
that's a bit of a nuisance.
I
Okay,
just
we cut
set
his head
things into motion some years ago. In fact, it was only several years for me, but loads of years for you.
off. Yeah. I see. Being like a little puppet master behind the shadows.
No. And you just blank
Worrying
face.
You are worryingly manipulative, Samantha.
I know. That's how
Okay.
I was programmed.
So where is Mr. Wolfie Wolf?
Mr. Wolfiness is in prison, probably being tortured. How pleasant!
Any particular prison?
Yes!
Which one?
Yes!
Oh, you don't know, do you?
I do. I don't know the name, but I do know the location. Did you know Dr. Freynor's wife is lovely? She offered to cook me pie. Ha! She didn't realise that I'm not really human.
Am I going to have to ground you, Samantha, and take that new body away from you?
You can't ground me. All of my electrics are in place.
Doesn't mean they can't be ripped out, surely.
What? I'd
What?
like to see you try.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
She just goes deadly serious.
Yeah.
That's why I just imitated a laugh and then walk away.
Oh, it's a joke! And she begins following you.
So like Frodo with Sam following me.
How did she get more annoying?
Okay. Well, you gave me literally no information, so I'm going back to the museum.
Okay, so Furs, as you exit and stand up into the actual street itself, you notice Nebo and 3 other men are hustling their way down the street, making quite a good pace, like maybe jogging, and Nebo's kind of catching up with them. You see the museum ahead of you. Would you like to go towards the museum, or are you following Nebo?
Is Nebo still restrained?
Nebo doesn't look restrained, no. And he looks like willing, like he's not running or anything.
Choices.
She goes, we should definitely avoid going near Dr. Freynor's house.
Sam, when you were in the office getting your new swanky tanky little body, did you happen to see the button that Nebo is so protective of?
I forgot. I
So you
did not
didn't see
see it of importance.
Don't you utilize like sensors, not eyes? So you should see all around you, really.
I saw it. And can you make an intellect check, difficulty 5?
He's lying.
Can I use anything to reduce this?
You can use if you have got like basically insight. I guess it's insight.
So I have perception. That's about as close as I can say.
No, you wouldn't be able to see it with perception. No.
So was it difficulty 5?
Yeah, you can use some intellect pull if you wish.
Yeah. Well, this is taking a really long time to roll that dice. I did not.
Okay, there's something dishonest about her tone, but you can't quite grip what she's trying to get at.
Well, I guess if you didn't see it, someone else must have already claimed it.
Whoops! We should not go back to Freynor's house, nor should we go to the museum. Not again, ever. Ever.
I feel like you weren't given that body, but I'm not even going to question it. What you take is up to you.
He said
you're
I could have it.
Creature.
He said I could have it.
Yesterday.
And when I went to his house.
Was it more? It doesn't matter. You've got it now.
Doctor?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go after Nebo anyway.
Okay, and she runs off unnaturally fast. You have to. Yeah. Okay, so Nebo, you and your guys, the new friends, Finn, Pollock, and Leafa are running down this street when behind you, a woman is chasing you.
Who is this
They go,
woman?
all three go, holy what is that? And she's coming up really fast, and she's going, and she's making, like, basically cracking the stones beneath her feet. She's chasing you, and she goes, hello, Nebo! And the guards go, holy shit! And they just run even faster.
I let them run off.
Yeah, they've gone. They turn around, Nebo!
I recognise the voice.
Okay, yeah, you recognise the voice. They've scattered. The men have just gone. And
I'll pretend to be like, oh god, there's someone else after me.
Yeah, she stops. Like, you know, like the awkwardness of like her running is like doosh doosh doosh.
Yeah.
It's like she doesn't even need to take time to slow down. She just stops right in front of you, like boom.
Jesus.
Within 2 feet, and she goes, Nebo.
Samantha.
Nebo.
What?
Nebo.
And that's when. Furs comes running around the corner.
Oh my god, I'm so glad to see you guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Affection.
Perfection?
Affection. Sorry.
Oh.
My empathy drive is in overdrive. I actually feel things. Oh no, I feel guilty. Oh, I'll turn that off.
What?
She goes like momentarily silent. She goes, guilty drive turned off. Nothing.
Furs, what's been going on? How did she get this robot body?
Dr. Freynor gave it to me.
I don't think you really gave it to her, but let's not question that, really.
Yeah, the museum's right in front of you, by the way, like kind of like maybe 300 feet down that road. By the way, at that moment, guys, 4 guards walk around the corner. And they look at you awkwardly and go, oi! And step over. That's when Samantha goes, shall I crush their throats?
No. Not yet.
She stands upright and just goes, mm.
I'm gonna
And
head up
most
to the
awkwardly,
guard.
she just turns herself off and just stands there like slumped. The guards go, what are you guys doing out at midnight? And they've all got like kind of like hooded lanterns shine your way. And of course they can only see Samantha's back. And it's all slumped. And they go, what's wrong with her? And they kind of walk round.
So I'm gonna turn to them with my mutated features, obviously, on display.
Oh yeah, once they see that you're a mutant, you will get every
Bonus charisma.
yeah, basically everything as a 1 stage lower.
Oh, I'm really sorry that we're out at such late time. I'm so used to working in the mines, my eyes don't work in the day, so it's very rare that I get the opportunity to be up on the surface levels to do as I need.
Do you have any persuasion? Do you actually have the... No, but you can make an intellect check, difficulty 2.
Nope.
Okay, they go,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I don't think so. And two of the guards walk forward, and they go, look, we're gonna escort you to your home. Make sure you get home safe. And they look at Nebo up and down. One of the guards narrows his eyes, and then goes, nah, it can't be. And then just leans back. That's when Samantha's like, just still dead, and he goes, right, we'll escort you back home. Where do you live?
Okay. Oh, section B71.
Okay, so you.
Due to my knowledge of the city, can I kind of sway that into an actual place?
Yes, you can. He goes, oh, okay, so yes, near the concourse. Got it.
Yes, correct.
That's what I said. B71, apartment B71. Jeez.
Okay, they lead you towards the concourse, which is like a 10-minute journey, and Samantha just goes, boom, 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 and they keep looking at her, and she's just looking down at the ground, like kind of like.
You know what's so funny? Every time you like make the robot step, your camera shakes a bit. So-
Good effect.
Yep. And you are led towards the concourse, a set of sprawling spires, and they say goodnight and let you into one of them. Like basically, they open the flat block door for you. Like it's got like this
Thank you.
huge sprawling complex. And as you walk in, one of the guards, there's like a kind of like an apartment security guard, and he's like in the middle of praying, and he turns to you guys and he goes, "Can I help you?" And Samantha wakes up and goes, "No," and turns back out to leave.
Oh, apologies.
Are the other guards outside like?
No, they're kind of like rounded the corner.
Okay, so we
This
can
is-
get back out, go the
Yep.
opposite direction.
This is not the house we were looking for.
Oh, apologies,
Wrong.
the wrong apartment.
I thought this was the whorehouse. Just walk out.
Wow.
Then that's when Samantha follows. Okay, so you guys, it takes another hour to get to the elevator to go down. As you get towards the elevator and go down, you notice that those three, Leifa, Pollock, and Finn, Nebo, are on the other side by some
Oh,
crates.
shit.
And they're all ducked down. They see you and they open their their eyes go incredulous.
Turn
And they-
to the side.
No, they come striding over.
Nemo! Run!
Let me just say, like, go back a little bit.
Mhm.
In that hour where we were making our way to the elevator, I would have relayed back to Furs exactly like what happened,
Yep.
who they are, and what we were going to do before Sam rudely interrupted us.
Yeah, fair enough. So you guys,
Oh God, they're here.
yeah, Leifa, Pollock, and Leifa, Pollock,
Finn.
and Finn introduced themselves to Furs, and you guys recognise them. You actually fought them on the ship, the Sandflyer, and one of them says, "No hard feelings, yeah, not until at least we're out of this place."
Agreed.
There's nothing about me hard.
They narrow their eyes, and Sam goes, "Ha ha! See, it's a sex joke."
Actually, it was more a reference to the fact that I no longer have any bones in my Sam, but
Dirty Samantha.
Another
Close
sex joke.
oh.
She leans into one of the workers, nudges him slightly, but really hard, so he nearly falls over, and goes, "I wonder how he reproduces." Ha ha ha.
Caviar. Maybe you should turn off your disgust drive and humor drive and vocal drive.
She tries to do some sort of human smile and it fails. Okay, so as you guys are travelling down to the underwatch on the elevator, Sildro, my friend. So Garrick runs towards your actual lock. He looks to the left and goes, "Look, I'm gonna have to disappear momentarily to get the keys."
Good night, Lewis, eating cookies. Anyway, alright. Well, I'm not going anywhere, am I? So,
Trust me. And he walks towards the door, listens against it again. He goes, "Right, there is a guard outside. What I'm going to do is lure him in. Okay? I won't lie. You're a hell of a stronger man than me. So what I'm going to do, as he comes in, he's going to notice my cage
I'll tell
is
him.
empty.
I'll tell him the cage is empty.
Yeah, he's kind of... I'll do what he's doing. With his eye gone. He goes, "Look, I will push him towards the cage, but you've got to deal with him. Okay? I will help, but I'm not going to be as strong.
Leave him to me. And I'll grab a wad of that chain again and form it into a loop.
Yeah, okay, so you're reaching through the gaps, you form it into a loop. It's like maybe 30 foot from one foot to the other, to the root. And then they've made sure that they've kept you chained, because, of course, you can turn into a war fucking web. So he then goes to one of the doors, bangs on it, and then runs over to the cage, makes it rattle, then runs back towards the door and puts his back flat against it. So if the door's to open, he's going to be behind the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guard walks in, goes, what the before he can...
He's escaped.
Garrick runs, slams the door, pushes the guy towards you. Can you make a attack roll? Just like roll to hit, difficulty 3.
Okay. Sure. Is this like an unarmed attack, or is this?
Yeah, an unarmed attack.
Okay, so it'll be a quick attack. So it'll be like 2, or is it?
Because it's a light weapon, it's difficulty 1.
Yeah. Oh right. Okay. Hell yeah. All right.
Oh, you needed it. So you managed to grab hold of him.
Yeah. Grab the chain, wrap around his neck as I yank him towards the bars.
Yeah, and as you do, Garrick comes running over, punches him in the face. You are strangling him, punches him again. You're strangling him. Garrick then goes thump onto his chest and then yanks away something from his sheath. And you see Garrick's got a knife and he just begins to prison shiv him up and under his ribs. And then yanks it and the guy goes... Aah!
Well, I'm choking him to try and make sure he's silent. So.
Yeah, and as Garrick's got about his 9th stab in, he stands back, arms covered in blood, all the way up to his elbows, and the man just goes limp in your grasp.
Has he got a key? I check for it.
Yeah. Okay, Garrick is already kind of like checking through his his armor, through his robes, and then manages to yank a ring of keys, and he's trying desperately to find which one. You notice that, by the way, Sildro, don't rub them out yet, because you might get them back, you might not, but all your ciphers and artifacts are gone.
Okay.
So, and as you get out, and he lets you out, he chucks you the spear that the guard had, and he yanks the knife up and begins cleaning it on the guard's surcoat.
Before he can grab the knife, I will grab a hold of this by the scruff and slam him up against the wall with the spear to his throat. And
okay, difficulty 5. We go. Are we really doing this?
I'm just about to say something to him, but I'm not going to actually stab him.
Okay, difficulty 5 to manage this. Because remember, he's a level 5 character, so.
Sure.
I'll let it drop to difficulty 4 because technically you're grappling and you.
Well, yeah, I'm jumping at him to do this. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
With a minor effect, so you managed to.
I pin him up against the wall, and with my spear right to his throat, and I say to him in a growling voice, "You dare cross me? The spear will be through your throat faster than you can blink."
He laughs and goes, "I didn't expect anything different, but the promise still stands, no? Sildro, we'll get out together?"
On one condition.
Oh. He kind of like, you're holding his knife up against the wall, the spear.
You stop hunting down Nebo. He's innocent. You're wasting your time.
Oh.
He nods, says, "If it ain't me, it'll be someone else. You know you're all worth 250 shins, right? I wasn't caring about you. I didn't care about the tentacle one. See, I had a private vendetta for Nebo, so I was after his 250 shins. But it's not going to be me, just me, coming after you. There'll be more."
Well, then I'll take them all down. Doesn't matter how many come for me.
I admire your tenacity, man. But come on, let go. And that's when you can hear some shouts from down the corridor. And they're going, one was going, "Intruders! Intruders!" And they just run past your door.
You made him some sort of ruckus down there, obviously.
I didn't do anything. Because we've killed him.
Alright, quick. There's no time to hide the body. Let's just go.
Okay, yeah. So you and good old Garrick go towards the door, open it, turn to your right, turn to your left. You see there's this dark corridor lit slightly by these kind of floating candles above you. They kind of just like in procession move down very slowly down the corridor. They're about one every 2 or 3 feet, quite like a ghostly kind of creepy sight. But they're quite high up. They're maybe 10, 15 feet up. And you begin moving down the corridor. And Garrick's like, I have no fucking clue where I'm going, Sildro.
We need to find our equipment.
I don't know where it's going to be. And he turns to the right. There's a door. Shall we open it?
Yeah, I'll open it, but not be in the doorway when I open it. It'll be like by the frame, and so if someone sees through the door, they won't see me.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll pull it open if it's a sliding door.
Yeah, okay, you slide it open, and inside, a female writing a desk looks at you weirdly. Her eyes go wide, and she goes,
I've opened the door, I've slid it open, but I'm not at the door frame, so that's why I wanted to say to stay outside.
Garrick, covered in blood, is standing there in the doorway, and he goes, and she goes, and she's reaching towards a chain. Like kind of like a chain to pull.
A chain to pull, like a bell or something.
Like a bell on a
I'm going to throw my spear at her hand and fucking pin it to the wall.
You succeed because she's level 1.
Okay, perfect.
You just go, and it goes, ah! She just goes,
I'll slide the door. I'll tell Garrick to slide the door shut whilst I go over to her and muffle her screams.
Yeah. Garrick runs over, brings a knife, and he goes, shall we do it? Goes to push it into her stomach.
No, hold on. I'll grab my... If she stops screaming, or if I... No, she's still screaming.
She's got, like, blood running down her arm where you've...
Silence, or you'll get yourself killed.
You just created, like, a 3-inch diameter in a hole in her hand. She basically has no palm left.
Fuck's sake. I'll elbow her on the head, see if that knocks her out.
Yeah, she goes,
There you go.
Arm's still up in the air.
Right,
you're violent.
What's in this room?
Okay, so you've got like a desk. On the back behind her is a map of the complex. There's also a bell to the left, which is attached to a set of chains that have bells attached, all along. And you see it goes outside through the walls. So when she pulled this, bells would have rang all the way down. She looks like she's some sort of like secretary to the prison area.
Okay. I'll take my spear out of her hand, obviously, and look for some sort of map or layout of the area.
Yeah, you see that there's one behind her.
Okay, and I'll try and check for like confiscated goods or storage.
Yeah. Okay. You see that they're probably maybe 2 or 3 rooms down. There's what looks like a room that is actually called Pantry and Things.
Pantry?
Yeah, like
not looking for food. Okay. This is probably our best bet if we want to find our stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. So it's down the corridor. Does it look like it's going to be a far distance, or is it...
well, to get to the actual area that you need to be in to find your gear, it's like down the corridor around the corner.
Is there any other ways around it? Or is
No.
there just one way to it?
It is a T-junction, but going right from there would lead you what looks like to a courtyard.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lastly, is there any kind of vents or air ducts?
Yeah.
There is.
High
okay.
up, though.
Why don't we try up there? There's guards going to be crawling all over the corridors now.
He looks up and goes, I guess. Okay.
Alright. I'll try and spear the top of the vent open.
Yeah, okay.
If I can dislodge the panel, I'll then jump up.
Yeah, you dislodge the panel easily. You manage to like yank it and move the grate to the side. Make a jump check, difficulty 3.
Okay. Trained in jumping.
Yeah. Nice. You manage to leap up, grab onto the edge, heft yourself into this. It is cramped for you. Someone like Garrick, it's not going to be comfortable, but it's going to be easy. But for someone as massive as you, it's
I'll
like your shoulders.
I'll lower my spear down as a pole for him to grab, and I'll lift him up.
And just as you lift him up, more guards run beneath you, and he goes, "Oh, that was close, Sildro."
Shh, keep it down.
Okay, so just so you know, as you move through the vents, we're going to move to Nebo first.
Okay.
Nebo, first, you manage to go down into the Underwatch, travel down into the mines, and you see the complex, like maybe 300 or 400 meters ahead, and it's in one of the most cavernous areas of the underbelly of Niliesh. So you can see it. There's like these roads leading towards it, and you see miners going to and fro. You see tents pitched out in the open area.
So, where are we going? Random guard people I don't know the name of.
There, and they point towards this huge citadel, a kind of black metal structure with odd angles and spires built against like this wall of like what looks like rock, but you all know it to be like inside there's going to be some sort of machinery. This area seems to be hollowed out as if when they mined for the churn, the material that is used here. And you see that the palace itself has been created out of these odd materials.
Is this the one that looks like a night sky?
Yeah. But at the moment, you know that it's not dark enough in here. The miners are here. There's fires going. There's lights all around, so it'll be difficult to see it. But that's definitely the complex.
And we're just gonna walk in the front door.
Well, Leafa says if you've got anything better, then go ahead.
Not particularly.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, how do we get in?
Do they have any sort of vents or anything we can see from here?
Okay, so there is a large chute.
Oh, that wasn't like.
Can I use my knowledge of machinery to spy us some sort of way to get in?
Yeah.
Through kind of like one of the big mechanical
Okay.
kind of constructs or whatever.
Make an intellect check. Would you like to spend?
I'll be right back.
Yep. Would you like to spend any?
So I'm trained in knowledge machinery, if that helps.
Ah, that would reduce it. So just roll a d20.
1d20.
Yep, and then I'll decide. Let me look at your character sheet as well.
I rolled a 5, so.
Okay, so you can see that there is a chute to the far right of the main entrance, and it juts out towards another chute. Like the way I can explain it is, this huge kind of corrugated chute juts out. It's about 10 foot up in the air, and you see there's bits of churn and mess trickling out into a lake of some sort, so a lake of brown liquid. And at the bottom of that lake, there would be another chute that goes down out of Niliesh and into the cold desert below to empty junk and that kind of stuff.
I say we head over there. It looks like an easy way in where we won't get spotted. And I point it out.
Okay.
Bad shout.
Just have to make sure we're stealthy in our approach.
10 feet up, what did you say?
Yeah, it's about 10 feet up.
That's about, what, three-ish meters?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can just about reach that, I reckon, with my tentacles. They're like 2 meters long each. I'm guessing I'm more than a meter tall.
Yep.
So I could probably just about hike myself up there.
Yeah, you'll be
Well,
fine.
not necessarily hike myself, but I could get a grip and try.
Mm-hmm. So is that
And
going
then
to
I can help put the others up.
You want to approach slowly, climb up into this chute.
Does it look like it's... If we observe it for a bit, does it look like it has stuff being chucked out of it?
Yeah, like a slight trickle, not too much.
Oh, okay. And it's a liquid or a solid that's coming out?
I'm going to say a mixture of both. Like, kind of like what...
Mush.
Yeah, mush and cementy kind of texture.
Yeah.
So I'd say a mixture of both. It's just a trickle though, and you can see it slopping into this brown lake.
Well,
Now, just so you know, above you, you can just see like kind of like what you'd expect of a cavern ceiling, but very, very vaulty, very, very high. You can hear
this
the...
looks like it's going to be our safest way in unless we go through the front door and get killed. I'm not ready.
You can hear the slight chunk and continuous perpetual heavy slumping of machinery in the distance.
So, if we going for this then, Nebo?
Yes, let's do this.
What about the others in the party? Do they agree?
Yeah, Leafa, Pollock, and Finn are just like, yes, we can do this. This is a good way in, and if we get a little bit messy, it's just the price to pay.
Samantha,
Yes.
I suggest you don't go through. Don't follow us. Stay out here.
Shall I cause a distraction?
If you can successfully cause a distraction that actually distracts.
I have I have been talking to a friend while we've been on the way down. She says she can cause the distraction. Shall I agree?
Wait, who's this friend?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what worries him more, the fact that you talking to other people. But
Are you on some sort of MSN chat?
What is that?
It's the
Skype
new
drive.
holographic chat room that a lot of people are using nowadays.
No, but I tell you what, it is strange. It's like I hear voices in my head.
yeah, I can believe that. Tell your friend to do whatever the hell she wants.
Okay.
Mutant social network.
Okay, that's when
Mechanical social.
That's the one.
as she says okay, all of you look across the fields above in front of you and you hear a massive
Oh.
and you see that the front gate of this complex go up in an explosion. A cloud of dust shoots up to the air. You hear the roar and screams of people fighting and the clash of steel. And it all happens within about 10 seconds. And Samantha goes, I told you.
Sam, I feel like you're a legal terrorist.
No,
How did
How
I
many
start
explosions
fighting
have you
so
caused
quickly?
recently? This is at least the second that I know of.
I didn't do any. I promise we should take opportunity of this. And she points to
I
the
am.
chute.
I'm climbing.
One hands around everything.
Okay, so Nebo, as you get closer and you begin moving towards the chute stealthily, you notice that some of the fighting is going on between Gavareth's men, the guy with the pustules who rules the tier, and because of the power vacuum, obviously the other leader of the mutant, the other mutant leader of Niliesh has decided to make a power play and attack Gavareth in his palace. You know her as... Oh my god, she is one ugly mother. Holy shit, look at her. Should I print screen this for you guys to see?
You can show his handout if you want.
I don't have the handout for it unless I
Oh.
create it. Okay, so let me get her name
You
up.
could just do handout and then upload image and then
Nitrodes. Her name is Nitrodes. So let me look her up on Google, see if I can.
you could do create a handout. And
Oh,
then
that's what I meant, but I'd have to print screen because it's in the book.
Oh, I see.
Is this the snake-looking woman?
Yes. Have you seen her?
No. I just remember you mentioned it. I just wrote a note down saying snake ?
Ah, okay.
Question.
From last
Snake.
time.
Question
Snake?
mark.
Snake?
Snake.
So yeah, guys, it looks like you're kind of trapped. Well, you're taking an opportunity of this kind of like political attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we could use this to our own advantage as well and take control. What? Who said that?
I don't think you're well known enough.
Okay, handout, add, handout, use file.
Although we could make a campaign to make you king.
King is such a lowly title.
Hand out leaflet.
Emperor sounds better. Oh,
We'll have to get you kind of like doing a bit of charity work, helping the
pamphlets.
children, lots of pamphlets.
Yeah.
Ugh! Jesus Christ.
Oof.
That's not even slightly human.
No. Oh, hell.
Okay, so she is looks like launch an attack at Gavareth, and
Is she actually there?
no, obviously not. But Nebo knows that she has been known for her ability to telepathically communicate with her followers. And you look at Samantha with her smile on her face, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Oh no.
Obviously, you know that Chodes has basically sees everything that goes on in the city. So you know that somehow this has all just come back on you, and it's like, but it's lucky because it's caused a massive distraction, and you guys reach the chute, and you'll help each other into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back to Sildro and Garrick. You are moving down vents, and you are both lost. There's an explosion, there's fighting nearby, you can hear it going reverberating through the vents, and Garrick thinks he's found a passage. He goes, this way!
Sounds like a war zone out there.
You have to actually reverse slightly to follow Garrick if
Okay.
you want.
I do so.
Yeah, he's now leading because he's taken one of the paths to the right at T-junction, and as he's moving forward, he disappears.
Just into thin air? Or...
No.
out of sight.
No, he just goes, there's a plonk sound and a tearing of metal as he's too heavy for a certain part of the vent, and he just goes,
Oh,
plonk! And you hear, ah! And then splash.
a splash.
Yeah.
You found the swimming pool in there, Gareth?
As you walk over and peer down, he's like stuck in this mess, and he looks to his left, and it seems to be some sort of bath, but it's a huge kind of bath. And he looks to his right, and he's stuck in this brown cement-like liquid. And you see to the left, one of these guards is staring at him and goes, "What?"
Oh,
and he goes to
the guard.
Yeah.
I'm going to spear him before he can spear.
Okay,
Garrett.
it's going to be very difficult unless you go down into the room.
Can I grab onto one edge of the vent, hang down, and throw the spear?
Yes, okay, so you see Garrick is trying to search for his knife, which he's dropped somewhere in this bathtub. And the way I explain this bathtub is imagine a Roman bath. You know, that kind of like swimming pool ceramic look, but it's filled with this brown churn liquid. And he's like, and this guard's like, the guard seems to not have run, but he's moving forward with his spear. So you hang down, make an attack difficulty 3.
Okay. I am trained in medium-bladed weapons now.
I believe a spear is heavy, and it's not bladed.
No, spear is medium-bladed.
It's not bladed.
Spears are definitely medium-bladed, because that's why I picked medium-bladed in the first place, was so that I could use a spear, because it was the only good melee/range weapon.
We have the weapons chart on the thing, don't we?
Do we?
Oh yeah, that's true. Is it inventory?
Yeah, it does say spear is medium.
I know it's medium.
Medium is like for all like.
I would say bladed would be like broadsword, battle axe.
Something with a long blade.
Yeah.
I mean, when I pick skills, I get like I choose between. I get trained in like a weapon of that type: medium ranged, medium bashing, medium bladed. There's like those are the 3 options.
I'm pretty sure spears.
Spears come under bladed because they're not bashing and they're definitely not ranged because they can be used as ranged, but
I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not. That
when I get
versed
to
on the
like I
system.
get skills with attacks, I choose a weapon.
I know,
type.
but like it just seems weird that spears are bladed. Surely they'd be
The
piercing.
types of weapons are bladed, ranged, bashing.
There's
And it's
piercing.
split into light.
There's no piercing. There's no such thing as piercing in this. There's bladed, ranged, and bashing.
Oh, okay. I just thought bolts would be piercing.
I was actually just reading about that before we started about skills for weapons, and it separates into light melee, medium melee, heavy melee, medium ranged, and heavy ranged.
There you go. So yeah, I guess if you just change it to medium melee, it'd be better.
But I
Same
don't
thing
get
if-
that choice in a glaive. It says second tier glaive.
Yeah.
Skill, choose
For
one.
your glaive stuff, it is slightly different because that's not the generic thing.
Whatever, just roll.
Success.
Mhm.
If it was standard.
Success.
If it was standard, because it turns out it does matter. I picked medium bladed in hopes that that would cover spears because it's a medium weapon. It's definitely not bashing or ranged. So
I will look this up after the session, but for now, let's just continue.
I know he is right. It's light bashing, light bladed, light ranged, medium bashing, medium range, etc. Is the
Okey-dokey.
types.
It just seems strange because in every other type, like you got bolts and spears are normally piercing, but fair enough. And okay, you throw it directly at him. How much does a spear do?
it does. If it's a medium weapon, does 4.
Okay, hits him in the chest, and he goes rips it free, and then goes to make an attack against you, Sildro. Can you make a speed defense?
Yeah, I haven't got my shield yet.
No. So difficulty. It's difficulty 3.
3, but I am skilled. So
So 2.
skill takes it down to 1 because I'm it's trained then skilled, which mattered again.
Yeah, he goes to shove a spear into you. You manage to swing out of the way, land into the ground. Garrick stands up, goes for an attack, manages to slash the man across the chest. He goes, ugh! And then the man reaches into his pocket. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that
Yeah.
and run him through with the spear, hopefully pinning him up against the wall. What was the difficulty again?
Well, it's 1. Like, as I said,
Okay.
it's like free because he's a level 3 creature, but then you've got trains, so 1.
Okay. I thought it was standard, but okay. Let's go. 18.
Okay. Would you like a minor effect?
Yeah, I guess if I can.
Yep.
Extra damage to try and finish this guy off,
Okay.
I mean, hopefully that's enough.
System cheat sheet. Let me open the cheat sheet and let me tell you what it does. Yeah, so 18 can do +2 damage.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully, just kill this guy.
Okay, so you manage to stab him in the chest with the spear after picking it up. It runs him through, and he goes, "Ugh," grabs hold of your spear, begins pushing through, and he goes, "For gave a ref," and reaches into his pocket, produces a vial, and then goes to smash it onto your face like a speed defense.
Scum. Difficulty
Difficulty 4, so this is quite.
2. Alright.
He's trained in using this weapon.
Rolling the dice. 3.
Okay, so he smashes this vial, and you recognise the liquid as it sizzles against your face. It's the acid that is dropped out of the pores of the Gavaref. And as it sizzles across your face, it does 8 damage to your might pool. And Garrick runs over, stabs him in the throat, rips through his windpipe and pushes him off of you. And he looks at you and goes, "You alright?" And you see he's absolutely covered in this churn liquid.
I've gathered many scars over my travels. This is nothing. Come on. Where are we? You found the septic tank by the looks.
Yeah, and that's when he goes and begins to sink. And you see that the guard has fallen on a button on the side, and the whole thing seems to be emptying into something. And it's making
grab a hold. I'll hand the spear over the side of it.
Yeah.
See if I can grab him out.
Yeah. He like, ugh! As you yank him out, he seems to be like being dragged by some sort of tidal force underneath the pool.
Shit.
Furs and Nebo, we'll go to them. Suddenly, you guys, as you're wading, like not really wading, but stepping through this stuff, Sam stops and she goes, "We should turn back." And that's when you hear the kind of rattling sound echoing down the chute. And further down,
For the love.
you see this churn liquid go boof and then begin forced.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh my god, that's
They're
brilliant.
not meant to empty it at this time.
No, and it comes flooding towards you, and that's when it's not like filling the whole chute, but it is filling quite a bit of it. And as it, I'm going to GM intrusion you. So
Embrace the wave!
So Nebo, I'm assuming you're going to give the experience to Furs.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What? I gave him one.
I know, but it's up to you guys. You can
We're
actually,
partied up at the moment.
Nebo, you can deny this if you want and say no, you managed to get out unscathed. You need to pay an experience bonus.
Let's do it.
Excellent. So as it floods past you, it takes Leafer, Pollock, and Finn. It just knocks them clean out the way. Samantha goes, "Oh dear," and goes with them. She goes flying down the tunnel. You and Furs are holding on. Bits of like solidified churn smacking you in the face. You both take 3 damage to your speed pool, 3 damage to your might pool.
Ow.
How inconvenient.
And you hear something being dislodged from far side. This creature slumps to the ground. A worm of some sort, probably 8 foot to 10 foot long. And as it turns towards you, you see its front parts of its mouth open up, revealing rows and rows of bone jagged teeth. Sildro, you hear screaming coming from beneath you. As the pool empties, it's about 3 or 4 foot deep. Garrett goes, you hear that? And below you, there's a wide grate that the churn is emptying into.
Okay.
And you hear scream down there.
I'm gonna sniff the air coming down there. See if I can detect a familiar scent.
Okay, go ahead. Perception. Or just an intellect check. Do you have perception?
I have perception, yeah, I'm trained.
Difficulty 2?
So it goes down to 1?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 12.
What you can smell is the distinctive smell of Nebo.
Distinctive smell.
Yeah. Sweaty.
Well, no, he's very attuned to, like, everyone has a distinct odour. I'm not saying that you smell Nebo. What I'm saying is, you stink like something
I have a particular
like you,
Numenera scent about me.
And Sildro can definitely smell it in the air. So, yeah, you can smell Nebo's nearby.
Oh,
It smells like Nebo. I think he's down there. He's probably trying to break it down.
Garrett goes, "Well, get the grate up. Let's go."
Hold on. Does it look like it's a? Can I climb down there? Or is it going to be like a drain where I slide down and then?
It looks like you're gonna have to slide down.
Yeah. Well, there's one way out. Well, this is literally the only way out, maybe. But we need our stuff still.
Yeah, Garrett says, "What about? Like, I can live without my stuff. My stuff can be bought, traded for, found. The ruins in the cold desert have tons of Numenera. I mean, I am gonna miss my data sword, but
I have some powerful ciphers I'd like to get back.
We can get them back another time. We can find them. We can find more. Let's just go." And behind you hear guards like trying to open the door, and the door does actually open.
As he pushes me down the chute, I go, "No, but my infernal wall projector!"
You go sliding down. Garrick turns, throws his knife, and hits the guard in the face, and then goes, "Fuck you!" Just dives in behind. And, okay, so first Nebo and Sildro. Okay, so what happens is, Sildro, you slide, slam down into the chute, and as you come to your feet, you and Gransden face this huge leech-like worm, and behind them you see Nebo and Furs covered up to their neck in churn and shit. And this is when we all roll initiative.
Whoop, whoop.
No, damn it. Difficulty
15. It's a big creature, I'm afraid.
So
okay.
Difficulty 5, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my danger sense to reduce it by 1.
I'm trained, so I'm in. 17.
Okay, by the way, you can fill in your number on the initiative order if you want to help me.
Oh, yeah. Nope, no, I can't.
Really?
No,
It might be a different Garrett. It might be a different Sildro. Who knows?
Okay, I'll write your numbers in then. 7 for Nebo. What'd you get first?
15.
15. Garrick? Oh, why did I say that? Of course he's got 15.
Garrett?
Sildro, what did you get?
17.
17. Okay, so, and then I add...
The Gulag monster.
Chadworm.
Chadworm.
So, first things first, Sildro.
No,
Mine first, aren't
No, a GM intrusion. What would you like to
I?
do?
On me?
Yeah, on you. What would you care to do?
Shit.
Keep it or reject it?
I have no idea what's going to happen sliding down this tube, so yeah, hit me with what you got.
Who would you like to give an experience point to?
I've given one to Nebo, give the other one to Thurs.
Okay, so as you have landed and you slid down this down this chute with Garrick, there was a sharp piece of solidified churn on one of the sides, and you've gone straight into it. It's pierced up your thigh, ripped it open, and blood's just mixed with the churn as you've landed right in front of this leech creature.
Yeah.
That face then opens up, revealing a maw, much like, like a vile plume's head. But but with all the Maginoid's petals covered in bony teeth. It then goes slam, grabs hold of you, lifts you up and begins to swallow you. So every round you are in his mouth, you take 1 might. So you've taken 1 might damage. You are trapped.
Did you give the experience to Chris? Because you said both our names and I wasn't listening.
I gave it to Thurs.
Okay, so Sildro, your go. You are currently in its maw, and it's munching down on your leg, attempting to swallow you.
Not good.
You know, for one, you are too big to be swallowed by this thing, but it ain't stopping it trying.
Son of a bitch! Stab through its throat as far and deeply as I can with my spear.
Are you impaired?
Yes.
Ah. Impaired. All effort costs 1 extra point. Minor and major effects are ignored on a roll of 17 or higher. Only does 1 additional damage. Got it. Okay, so yeah, you're like, ah! It's a difficulty 5 creature, but you're trained, so difficulty 4.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
You go, damn! And its flesh is too jellified. It's leathery, scaly, like a leech. You just can't seem to pierce it with the spear.
It hasn't got a gag reflex.
No, it does not. And it's just like lifting you up and then slamming you down on its jaw, and it's trying to mush you up so it can swallow you.
First time I've heard that.
You might.
Oh, I can see the others at this point, can't I?
Yeah.
Do something!
So, Sildro, can you make a, I guess, a defense check, difficulty 5? I
Okay.
need to have a look at your character sheet, see if you've got anything trained.
Speed defense.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Nice. So you get to. I'm afraid I would give you something, but because you're impaired, you don't.
Yeah.
But you manage to, as it tries to throw you up and swallow you more, you manage to grab onto one of the sides, put your feet out, and you're grabbing onto this chitinous kind of inside, and then holding on as it's trying to swallow you whole. You're like, no, and it just.
Good luck.
You
trying
are
to
being
swallow me.
thrown around like it's a let loose hose pipe.
You'll get a fur ball if you try to eat me.
Okie dokie, so who's next? Garrick. We'll take turns, so Furs. Would you like to make an attack roll for Garrick, please? He brings his hand down, and everyone sees he's missing an eye, and he gets to aim towards the thing with his mind. Can you make...
What difficulty is he?
It'll be difficulty 4. Nice. Okay, so his assault, his onslaught, smacks the leech thing. It makes a kind of a shrill cry as it slams against the side of the chute. We'll go in turns, taking Garrick's turn, just so that everyone gets to roll for him. Furs.
I'm gonna utilize my crossbow and take a shot at the tentacle thing that isn't me.
Okay.
What's its difficulty for me? Is it 4 still as well, or is it 5?
What would make it 4?
No, nothing. That's why I don't know what its actual difficulty.
Oh, its difficulty is 5.
Okay, cool.
Can you see it on the screen?
Yes. Purple worm.
Oh, yeah. Where's the button? Oh, and with a 19.
Oh my god! What did you hit with? Sorry, you.
My bow, which is 4 damage.
Would you like an extra 3 damage or a minor effect?
Let's go with the 3 damage.
Oh wait, I just realised something. So how many GM intrusions have I given out today?
3.
Do you remember to whom?
1 to me, 2 to me, and 1 to Nebo.
Yeah, and there was 1 to me that I cancelled.
Okay, so GM intrusions are actually meant to give you 2 experience, apparently?
No, they give you 2, but you must immediately give 1.
That's it, sorry, thank you. Yeah.
So it's all been done right so far.
So you've done a total of...
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, nice.
And I need to rub off an ammo.
Nebo.
Okay. I'm going to try what I went to try last time. So I'm going to stay in the position that I am.
Yeah.
Take an attack and then throw a cipher up to Sildro as he's wailing around in his mouth. So
Okay.
let me try my attack first. I'm going to use some intellect to reduce it to 4.
Yep.
Oh.
Fuck's sake!
I'm afraid that is a lot of 1s, so we're going to go with the actual rule that I decided I wasn't going to do. So,
The actual.
so basically, you either suffer... There's actually a rule in the book that says this should happen, but I haven't been doing it. You either suffer 2 damage from your misuse of your ability, or I get a free GM intrusion.
Oh man. Neither are good choices.
I'll take the 2 damage as I've got 2 armor.
So as you begin to focus in, you take your mind as if Garrick has pressed the button again. And you feel it is that type of damage. Someone's got your button and they've just pressed it.
Someone's pushing your
You
Someone
button.
else has got my fucking contraption.
I
And
love you actually got. Yeah, someone can push your buttons.
I know who's got it and why it's going off currently. That you go and you're like, ah! As your head suddenly begins to hurt and blood begins to pour out of your ears.
Honestly, why
Listen,
do you
as
even
I
have
rolled a
that
1,
button?
I can't
Yeah.
throw anything up to Sildro.
Okay, so Sildro, your go.
Did I not catch the
Yes,
cipher at
yes,
all?
I'd say that you could easily catch the cipher.
Okay, cool.
What
Okay.
is it?
So, cipher, let me just read it out for you.
Tell
it's a
me
heat
quickly!
A heat nodule.
Alright?
Level 1d6. It's
Uh-huh.
a crystal nodule that you affix to your melee weapon.
Affixed!
For the next 28 hours, each time the weapon the nodule is attached to strikes a solid creature or object, it generates a burst of heat, inflicting an additional 2 points of damage.
All right, I just smack the thing. You could have said it right. I'll attach it to the spear then.
Okay, you don't slam. Okay, so remember that for the next day, you've got an extra 2 damage.
28 hours, yeah.
28 hours.
Yeah, days do last 28 hours. So
excellent. All right then. And with that now, where I'm holding him with the jaws open. I'll grab my spear and shove it through the top jaw and up through his brain, hopefully.
Yeah, go on.
Roll to attack. So
yeah, difficulty 4, I guess.
Was it difficulty 4?
He's actually a level 5 creature, so it's difficulty 3. But let me check your character sheet.
I'm trained in spears.
Okay, yeah, so it's difficulty 4 for you.
Okay.
You go down into its what you think is its tongue and up into its head, but the jaw's just closing.
Okay, I'm holding it tight with like it's a toothpick, stuffing it from closing.
Okay, so funny enough, Sildro, you are holding onto its mouth. It doesn't try to crush its jaw on you this time, but it lowers its head towards Furs and Nebo, and you see 2 glands appear on the side of its jaws. And you go, oh shit, and it just emits a stream of acid that is used to normally break down churn and eat it for itself. And it just, sprays this stream all over Furs and Nebo, whom need to make speed checks.
Oh, not me though.
No, you know, because the actual the organs to use it on the outside, you're on the inside of its mouth.
What's the difficulty?
5, unless you've got speed defense, which lowers it.
I've already been covered in acid once today already.
Mm-hmm.
I presume shields and stuff don't apply to this.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Easily, because it's like an acidic mess.
I did not succeed.
What did you get, Nebo?
Was it a 4? Sorry.
Speed defense difficulty 5.
Speed 5.
Unless you've got like a shield or anything.
Nah.
So this acid goes sprays over you. It melts. Luckily, it melts the churn away all over you because it's used to dissolve churn. But then it starts to burn your flesh and feel like you're on fire. You both take 6 damage to your might pool.
Oh.
Garrick, Nebo, would you like to make an attack roll for him? He's bringing his mind back down, focusing another onslaught.
It's 5.
No, for him it's a 4.
Okay.
Nice, you got what you needed. Yeah, and this time as he blasts into its brain, it kind of like lets out another shield streak. Sildro, by the way, Sildro, you are thrown up in the air momentarily before you land back on its lower jaw. Furs, it's your go.
So I presume me and Nebo are quite close to each other, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a few steps further away, and hopefully it will reduce the likelihood of us both getting acided in the future.
Yeah, the shoot's only like, what? You got about 10 foot's worth of space before it starts to curve upwards.
So I'll move as close to the edge of it as I can.
Yeah, sure.
And without interfering with my actual turn actions, obviously. And then I'm just going to take another shot at him. I hope it isn't related to Snake Woman.
You know what its mouth looks like, Chris, so you can picture it? A lamprey.
Yeah.
I was thinking a Murklurker, the one thing I showed you in my campaign.
Oh yeah, I did get. Well, to be honest, I got influenced more from Stranger Things, but it's got like the mouth of a lamprey.
It's a demodog. I failed to hit it anyway.
Yes, is this with your crossbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you aim, and the bolt goes past, nearly hits Garrick, and Garrick has to dodge out the way, and he's got one eye as it is.
I'm not sure if I should be shooting you or not, so...
Yeah, Nebo.
Sorry.
Yeah, actually, maybe I should be attacking him.
He looks like he's helping. He's like focusing his onslaught ability.
Is he all like, I'm helping?
Well, no, he's just continuously firing these psychic beams at it.
Okay, back to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I'm not trusting my onslaught at the moment after failing 3 times already today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to run towards it, to kind of where it's placed on the bottom of the floor, and attack it with my... actually, weapon do I have?
Stick.
I think I have a rapier or a sword or something like that.
You should have it written down, right?
Yeah, I don't know where I've actually written it. I've
Oh,
written
yeah, there it is in equipment.
under my ability, light weapon.
You do have a rapier.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, there
Yep.
we go.
You got
So
leather
I'm gonna
jerkin,
go
boots,
run and
rapier.
Stab it with a rapier.
Okay, you need to make an attack check difficulty 5. You're not trained or anything with or skilled. No. Oh, you go to stab it, Nebo, and it's just not working. You're like up into its
Why is
flesh.
nothing working for me today?
I think it's hard to hit.
Okay, so back top of the round, Furs.
Is
This
it?
is a GM intrusion
No.
towards you.
No.
Would you like to reject it or give experience? Or take the experience and give one out?
I'll take it this time. And then... Who should I give it to? I'll give it to Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sildro, you gain experience. First, as the onslaught from Garrick has hit the churn worm, it's thrashed so hard that as it spins around, its tail hits you round the head, stunning you. You miss your next turn.
Okay.
Sildro.
Okay. Has it got some sort of tongue inside of its mouth?
It's more like a row of teeth to mush you up with.
I thought he's. Damn it. I wish he had some sort of tongue here.
It's this moving organ which basically undulates upwards to move you down its throat.
Okay. What the hell?
Like I said, like chitinous plates.
Interesting. It's got these outer appendages, though, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that are soft and squishy.
Perfect. In that case, I will try and leap out of its throat. In the process, I want to grab one of these weird appendages on the outside, stuff it inside his mouth, and then punch his jaw down, like slamming it on top of it.
Okay, go ahead. Difficulty.
All right.
I'd say it's a punch attack, so difficulty 3, because it's light.
It's a light attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, okay, so
Success.
how much damage does your light attack do? Is it like 2?
Well, my unarmed
Yeah.
attacks are considered like medium weapons, so they do like 4 damage.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it lets out this roar, and you see that Furs has just been knocked into the churn.
I've got no need for weapons abilities. It's like,
Okay, the churn worm
chew
does
on
not
that.
look, the churn worm does not look happy with you, Sildro. It brings its maw up. You've actually landed on the floor finally. You've like flung away from its mouth. And as you land, you see that you're right next to Nebo, and it brings its jaw open, hisses, and then just goes to dive towards you both. I need you both to make speed defense rolls. Difficulty 5.
Okay.
You're lucky. Furs has just slumped to the ground next to him. No.
Keep getting smacked about.
What did Nebo get?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Wow, another one. Are you kidding me?
Oh, F4.
Nemo. That damn button again.
Who's fucking fiddling around with my button?
Oh god.
Where?
Okay, so Nebo and Sildro. So Nebo, have you still got might left? Yes.
Yeah, got 3
Okay,
might left.
so it does deal 5 might damage.
Okay.
If you don't have any might, it goes onto your speed.
So I take 5 as well.
Yeah, goes
My
to your
might
speed.
and speed are 0.
Are you joking?
No.
Holy shit, man! It's not been a good day for you.
Take an action to.
You're
use,
debilitated. Can only move, no other actions.
Take an
Yeah.
action to.
I'm a
knock
cripple.
yourself out.
Yeah, you can't move. You've been knocked to the ground. Your spine's hurting. Garrick screams out, "If anyone's gonna kill him, it's me!" And Sildro, can you make an attack roll at difficulty 4?
I make an attack roll.
Yeah, it's for Garrick. I'm
Oh,
making
okay,
turns.
sure.
I don't make any rolls, remember? I'm not making any
Yeah,
rolls.
that's true. Nope.
He runs up its legs, and then tries to focus an onslaught point blank down onto its brain, but it's thrown off.
Great.
Sildro, it's your go.
Is it back to
Actually,
me
wait.
again?
Nebo can actually take an action. He just can't move.
Okay. Do it, Nebo.
What can I do as an action?
You can actually cast onslaught on everything.
So, Lewis,
I'm just like lying there on the floor like,
Yeah. It's
just so you know, or everybody knows, you can spend 1 experience to re-roll something
yeah.
if it ever is
Okay.
needed. I mean,
I'll
the
bear
amount of
that
ones today.
in mind for future.
Oh no! Wait. 2 pulls at 0. You can only move. No other actions. Sorry.
yeah.
You
So-
can use an action to.
Speed 4 is at 0, you can't even move.
You can actually use an action to recover though.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Use a recovery action.
So would you like to? Yeah, I forgot to.
Yeah, we'll do a recovery roll. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot you know you got. I don't know if you guys forgot or not, but
No, we knew.
okay.
What's that?
The recovery rolls. You can use an action to restore 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah. So because we rested last game, didn't we? And I haven't come down yet. So
Yeah.
I'll do
Oh my God, Lewis, you're like 9 away from dying.
Don't tell anyone that. And I get to add them points to both my pools, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put 2 in each. So I'm back up.
Yep.
Right. That's my action.
Yep. You are back up next round. Sildro.
Okay. This guy doesn't look like he's getting hurt, or does it look like I need to keep pummeling him?
Looks like you're gonna have to keep.
I'm gonna have to like take him out. Right? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna go for another unarmed attack. This time I'm gonna grab like his neck and try to twist it and trying to break his like spinal column in there.
Yeah.
It has a backbone.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna wrestle with it basically. So that brings it down to 3, I think. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that's what you.
I'm fucking.
Would you like to do +4 damage?
I can't. I'm impaired, aren't I?
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. It's
How
like
much damage do you do then?
4.
Because you were so close, and now
Yeah, I
you're
know.
not. Oh.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, you managed to hit it in the gut, grab hold of its spinal column, and begin to like yank it back. You've managed to get your hands into this wound, and you feel like you've grabbed something solid, like a bone. You're like messing around in there. The churnworm turns. You make a speed defense check as it tries to bite you.
Yeah. Oh, is that third soon?
No, sorry, Sildro, sorry.
That's so Jeremy. Okay.
Yeah, you're the one digging in its body.
Yep, I know. Another natural 20. Let's go.
Yeah, what the fuck? You're stealing all of Nebo's luck. As it undulates, bends back and tries to bite at you like a snake, you manage to duck and roll out the way as it slams into the chute. By the way, the chute, because it slammed into it, now breaks and then bends at an awkward angle, and you all begin sliding towards the lake. Garrick, Furs, can you make a roll for Garrick?
No difficulty 4 again for
Yep,
him?
he's going to keep onslaughting.
Oh, where the fuck is my shit gone?
Nope. As he's sliding down like it's a Sonic level, he's got that like hold. He tries to onslaught it. He's grabbed onto it. It's still fighting back. It's thrashing around. Furs, it's your go.
I lose my turn because I was knocked, remember, last time?
No, you lost your turn last turn. It's now you've recovered.
You sure?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought...
I skipped it. I didn't even
Okay,
tell you it was your
no.
turn, so you probably
I shoot
weren't
him.
confused.
I botched. Actually, I'm going to spend an experience and reroll.
Okay.
Just do that first. I still fail, but...
It's better than taking 2 damage or a GM intrusion. Okay, you as you're sliding, it's just too difficult. You fire, and the bolt hits the side of the chute, ricochets around. Nebo?
How far is it until we kind of like hit the
About 50 feet, so next turn.
ground? Okay, next.
It's not going to be ground, you're going to hit a lake of churn.
Oh, okay.
Well, I say churn, it's like kind of like used up churn.
I kind of want to get away from this creature now. It's been messing me up. Can I like run towards the edge and?
You're sliding.
Get...
You're at a 45. Yeah.
Yes, we're in like some sort of like pipe, aren't we?
Yeah,
That's
like a big corrugated chute. It's about.
So can I hit like run towards kind of the edge?
You're sliding.
Of that chute.
It's like this. It's at a 45-degree angle, aimed down towards the lake. So you're currently, you could be stood up surfing, kind of, but you can try to move and maneuver yourself to the left and right. But you're inevitably, you're just gonna, you can't escape the fact that you're gonna be dumped into this lake, and you can see Samantha's waving at you from about 50 foot away as you come down.
Is there anything I could do to like brace for the impact or anything like that?
I would let you, and you get a reduced difficulty if you want to spend your action bracing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You sure you don't want to take an action? Like to
No.
fight? Okay.
No, I'm
So-
nearly dead.
Okay, Sildro.
Trying to finish this thing. I'm bending it further and further back, and I'm trying to like pretty much snap it in half.
Yeah.
Let's go with the unarmed attack again. So 3. And I think, can I spend some speed to?
No, it's might.
Is it?
It's might for attacks like
It
that.
can be might or.
I think isn't it ranged for speed?
No,
Speed
for
range?
range it's always speed. For melee,
It could
can
be either. Okay, yeah, you can if you want.
I will. I'll spend 2. Sorry, no, it's 1. But oh fuck, I'm keep messing this up.
So
right,
you're gonna reduce it by 1
It costs me
difficulty.
1. I've got 1 edge, so it only costs me 2 for the first one.
Yep.
And I can do it again if I wanted, right?
Yeah, for an extra 1. No, for an extra 2.
Extra 2, I will. I'm down to 7.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this because I want to go down to 4, 3, 2, 1. Does that bring it down to 1? Is it?
No, it's difficulty 5. Down by 2, 3. Down by further 2. Yeah, 1.
Hell yeah! Let's go. 17. All right.
Yep. Okay, nice. And
4 damage.
the thing, as you break it in two, and it's about 15 foot long and really thick, but you manage to get in there and just rip parts of its chitinous spine out, and that's when I need everyone to make a speed check. Difficulty 3. Nebo gets it at difficulty 1.
This speed defense.
No, you're about to slam into a hard rock lake of churn. It's not like you're
Okay.
dodging out the way of a lake. No, Nebo, you're fine. You managed to dive and slide across the churn. Same as Furs. Sildro?
Difficulty what now?
3.
3.
3. Okay. Shoot.
And you're fine, so you all just
On
kind of
the dot.
slide across. You actually ride the corpse of the churnworm down into the actual lake, and then that's when Samantha kind of gets you all back out. Garrick slides up next to his men, and Samantha goes, "Quick, let's make our escape." And next to you, there's a battle going on. There's people on the wall of this complex, not only 100 meters away, firing crossbow bolts down at these mutants attacking this complex. Are you going to make a break for it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay,
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you leave Garrick behind in the dust as he's trying to escape the churn, and he's like, "Wait! Wait!"
Is he not?
Never!
Can he not swim?
No, like they're all his allies and that are a little bit less agile than you. They're not characters, so they're like trying to fight their way out. They get out, but they're just covered in this like muck, and you guys are running away, and you manage to get near the elevator and go up or down. That's
Well,
the decision
we'll
before we
wait a
end.
moment, see if those guys can actually get out.
Yeah, they're getting out and they're chasing you.
Let them catch up.
Can they catch up to get in the lift? So
Yeah, if you want to wait for them.
I guess so.
Okay.
Do we?
Strength in numbers and everything.
2 might, 2 speed.
Yeah, I reckon we should.
As long as
let them
they're
catch up.
really not lagging behind, and we're like, as long as we're not like sticking our neck
Waiting
out
for
for them.
5-10 minutes.
Nebo,
like-
you notice that the elevator will need some sort of forcing to go either up or down. It's been jammed, so your knowledge of machinery could come in helpful here. You notice that the men, of course, that attack in this complex probably came down with you earlier.
Alright.
Yeah, like, you noticed there was a lot of people around, but
Figure out how to work the elevator while those slow bastards catch up.
because of your knowledge of machinery, your difficulty will be. Let me check your character sheet. Oh, 1.
You're gonna get 1, aren't you? No, blank fuck.
Okay, so
Look it up.
as Garrick and his men catch up, he immediately thanks you, Sildro. Turns to glare at Nebo with his one eye. They all meet up. And which way would you like to go? Up or down?
Which way?
Do we want to stay in this
Well-
city for any longer?
It's apparently a war zone now. Everyone's
If we
vying
go-
for power.
If we go up, we're likely to encounter more troops related to the creepy snake vagina woman. And if we go down, we're more likely to encounter troops of chubby pussy man.
Let's go down.
Yeah.
I know Chub Puss.
Would I know? Actually, why don't we ask Garrick
Yeah.
if he's got any like safe houses that we can go to so we can rest up after our.
Nebo, I have no safe houses here since I left to find you. None
But
whatsoever.
your 3 men took me to one earlier.
Yeah, that's not what
That's
safe
just a
house.
random place.
And that's when Finn goes, I can't take you there.
Why not? We was there earlier.
Well, that's my mama's spare storeroom.
Well,
I'm
we're
impulsive. I grab the elevator and just I'm gonna flip a coin and go for it. I'm
Okay,
actually gonna go.
Garrett
one
goes, look, I've got a hideout out in the cold desert I could take us to. There, we can plan our next move. And Samantha goes, the cold desert. Remember those hounds that I had to hide you from?
I pull the switch down.
Yeah, let's hope they don't tear us limb from limb. And you go, ew. And as the cold desert opens up before you, its glittering night sky of stars, and you all of you begin running, including Pollock, Tyr, Finn. Some of the guards are looking at you strangely and are guarding at the base of it, and they go, "What's going on up there?"
Some sort of
The
civil
massive
war.
battle.
Get out while you still can.
Okay, they begin running towards the elevator, like, "We best go help."
Okay.
And they've left their sandflyer behind.
Yoink.
I thought you might. Doesn't matter because Garrick's already running up the stairs. He's grabbed the pilot by the scruff and he just threw him off the edge. Let's go!
Pilot, didn't you hear? There's a rebellion going.
And as you all pile onto the sandflyer, Garrick hits the lever into drive. You whiz off down into the cold desert, away from Niliesh, and it's chaotic civil
Fuck that
war.
place.